Maybe. I didn't get time. I'll throw it in later. But we are actually streaming right now, so way to go. Right, wonderful. So obviously the warning is up. So please remember, the following stream contains strong language, discussion of violence, lewd jokes, and possibly offensive content. Viewer discretion is advised. Assholes. So right before we go into what happened last time, I would like you to all look and see the many handouts that I've now given you.
Handouts?
Yep. So
I see the mark of Gaul. I see the stone pillar
Oh.
circle. I see quest log.
Yep.
That's new.
That's new.
Yeah, these are all your things, and now
Oh, do we really have to find Asher? I mean,
so if everyone
You might as well mark that one down as not Yaxpert, but Devon.
Alright, so I decided that it was a good idea. Decided myself and stole from the other campaigns that I'm in that it's a good idea that we have somewhere where we can write down all of our quests. So
Nice.
this is your quest logs. I will
It's
note,
very good for my ADD.
I will note you can edit these and add to them. Please don't just add several sessions of Kildar because it will get tiring real quick.
Does everyone see
typing?
Does everyone see that, or is it just personal?
No, everyone sees it.
Got it.
If you
Okay.
edit it, everyone will see it.
Wait, I got one. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Let me do this.
But just to go over the quests that you currently have based on everything that's happened. In no particular order, just I've numbered them so you know. You've got quest number 1, clear your names. Quest number 2, find the golden dragon. Quest number 3, find the wounded raven. Quest number 4, complete the quest for redemption, in brackets, Dar. Quest number 5, stop the Lux priesthood's cleansing. Number 6, stop the goblin attacks on Gregoria. Number 7, investigate the Underdark Civil War. Number 8, find Asher. Number 9, recover the Dragon's Eye, in brackets, Dar. And number 10, the most impossible of all of them, kill Lolth. Which is now apparently slapping Sierra is been on that.
It's funny how there's no question that was Kara.
It's no
Damn it!
question.
I added a quest the wrong thing. Hold on.
Yeah, I saw your quest and it then disappeared, which was quest 1,000, kill Dar.
No, that was mine.
Oh,
that was mine.
Oh,
No,
okay.
mine was celebrate Wilk's birthday.
Put that back.
yeah, definitely put that back.
Right. So, you are feel free to cross them out or put done next to it when a quest has been completed. This is yours to maintain. If there are any big ones that happen, I will put them in there. But try to maintain it yourself. Don't go overboard with the memeage. You can throw some memes on there, I don't mind, but don't go overboard. But that's your quest list as it stands today. If we then look at the other ones, we've got Mark of Gaul. That explains and gives you an artist depiction of what your found tattoos look like. The mark works like this. It's a single-use teleportation back to Gaul's tomb. Once used, it takes 24 hours to charge. The use of the mark saps the bearer of magical energy. Once used, the user will feel lethargic and possibly sick.
Is that? Oh no! Is that two? Is it two and back? Is that like?
No,
like,
it takes you to
return-
Gaul's tomb. That's it.
okay, and then the regular teleporter will take us back to wherever we were.
If you all been there before, you can then hop in the regular teleporter and go all the way back. Which, wonderful, Devon, thank you for saying, brings up the next part, which is Gaul's teleportation circle. This is an explanation of exactly how the teleportation circle works, what you can do and what you can't do. So I'm going to read a bit to you. The circle works like this. Any who enter must close their eyes. Once they open them, they will be instantly teleported to another location anywhere in the world. The circle has rules, however. Rule number 1. It can only teleport willing individuals. Rule number 2. It only teleports what is in the circle. If you held an arm out in the circle, as you went, you would lose that arm. It can only...
Question about willing individuals.
Yeah.
What if Wilk is willing but Want is not?
Then it won't work.
What if Wilk closes his eyes but Want doesn't?
Wilk doesn't really have eyes.
Well, Wilk can
doesn't
close
have
one's eyes. Wilk can close one's eyes just by hovering his hand over his eyes.
So,
there you go.
Rule number 3. It can only take the individual to a place they have been at some point in their life. Rule 3A. It can transport multiple individuals at once. However, all individuals must have been to the location they are traveling to at least once in their life. I did get wind that you guys were going to try to hop in this and go to the Red Sands. Guess what?
Way to go, Devin.
I'm not. You told me this.
I haven't even registered most of the names of the places on the map yet. Everybody's talking about the Red Sands. I'm like, where?
That's where the orcs come from. It's where the Dars come from. So I get it. I instantly knew that people were going to think something like that. However, I made rules specifically to stop stuff like that. You all must have been there. Little caveat to that. You all then can't go, hey, Redemption's really close to the coast. We'll just travel to Redemption and then get a boat. It's not going to work. Yaxper has never been to Redemption. Hera has never been to Redemption. So you can't all go that way. Rule number 4. Unwilling passengers cannot travel in the circle. If you put someone in there, or you're dragging someone in there, if they're not willing, it won't work. Number 5. Individuals without souls cannot travel in the circle.
That's a peculiar one because it's implying things that'll happen.
Maybe. If the circle is overused, it can begin to break down. This will require maintenance.
That's definitely a plot point.
If the circle is broken in any way, shape, or form, it will not work until it is fixed. If one of you decide to break part of it by hacking at it, it will be damaged and it will take Gaul time to fix it. Remember,
Shadow, you're not allowed to touch it at all.
It took Gaul centuries to construct this, to get everything just right. So maybe don't overuse it.
Wait, it can bust from just using it too much instead of someone like attacking it?
Yep. Rule number 6, if the circle is overused, it can begin to break down. This will require maintenance.
Just like my toaster.
Exactly.
What's the cooldown period?
I'm not going to tell you.
Fuck.
Much like Devin's PS4 drive.
This is a low blow.
Yeah, that's a real low blow.
That was gain inspiration.
Next, Caitlin's gonna be like. Caitlin's gonna be like, oh yeah, just wait.
On my first attack.
Yes, you do.
Next, Caitlin's gonna be like, if Devin's eyes are overused, they will begin to break down.
Okay, that's going too far, but you are now at disadvantage for perception.
Damn.
Hey, trust me, I'm not gonna shit on you for glasses, man. I've been wearing them since I was like, fuck, I don't know how long.
So,
too long.
Does everyone understand your quest log, your mark, and how the teleportation circle works?
So, real quick,
Yes.
if someone was charmed into being willing, would it work?
No.
Damn.
Because you're using I go by the you're not actually.
What if we had a knife to their throat?
That's definitely
not willing. So hold on.
I mean, it's willing if I say either you make yourself willing or I slit your throat.
No, because
that's
not real willing.
This is only if we're teleporting from here, right?
So the teleportation circle can only go from where Gaul's tomb to anywhere that you've all been to. And
So
then
this whole So this unwilling participant thing is mainly under the pretense of we warped someone back here with the mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say, the mark only works for you. If you are holding someone and you use the mark to teleport back, you only get teleported back, not the person you're holding.
I don't see how people are ever going to show up here, but I guess that's probably
We're
right.
gonna have to go the long way around.
You don't see how any... Okay.
Okay.
You don't see how anyone could possibly show up here.
There's actually a back door.
Give it a few sessions, you might find
This
out.
is
Really
this
quick.
is giving a whole lot of things away.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I do have a question.
Good.
If we were to help Dar with his quest for redemption,
Yeah.
If. That's a mighty big if.
and that is a matter of if, if we were to help him, would it count against him?
No, you wouldn't count against him.
I mean, if they're his trials, he should have to do them alone.
No, you have to wait and see what happens. He hasn't even been given his trial yet.
Damn.
He's got to find redemption and save Lindsay.
He's got to find
Oh my,
redemption.
Devin. Not
Okay.
tonight.
So, why are they watching?
Tomorrow.
Should I say hello?
You don't invoke that name. Like Nick Fury, you don't invoke that name.
Okay.
It's a little late for that. Hex has probably got it all over the place now.
No, I don't. I don't actually. I don't. It would have been very easy to do that, but I felt that it was a bit too of an easy joke, a bit too below the belt. I decided I wasn't going to do that. Okay.
Because I jokingly said it, and then it went, and then it spiraled.
Right. So you know what it's time
It was
for.
quite a spiral.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
God.
Yes, I'm going to do that every time. Either get used to it or not.
I'm in for
It's gonna take me a minute. It's gonna take me a
The
minute.
part that really catches me is when the Z cuts off.
Yeah, I deliberately cut it off.
Why don't we just have one of us just dub it over like last time on D&D?
Yeah, I mean, if we get to that point,
Yeah.
happily.
D and Ball Z.
D and Ball Z. So, right, who wants to tell me what happened last time?
Oh, jeez.
Look
Go
at
ahead,
you.
Gavin.
Do it.
Now I gotta bring myself back to the moment because I had to watch the last one in chunks last time.
Speaking of chunks, or hunks, I should say, we fought against Stud and Muffin.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. We fought against Stud and Muffin. They were big and strong. We took some of their gold. We kicked their ass. We didn't read a mark. We met up with Skullman in the basement. He's like, "Yo, Gaul's pretty neat. Solve this riddle. Holy shit, Shadow is the one that came the closest to it. None of us could believe it. In fact, some of us fought against their idea of it for the rest of the fucking stream. And then as we approached this room, Yakford did something very in character, and then totally blew everyone's cover. And then we met Gaul, and Gaul's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Sorry, actually, Gaul was like,
Bonjour.
and then
Well, Gaul.
And then I'm glad you're really trying to appeal to the Canadian. And then
So here's the thing. I was like, I know a little Spanish, I know a little German, I know a little French. Oh, German, maybe not. Spanish, maybe. Day of the Dead. Oh wait, I've got a Canadian. French it is.
Yoxford killed the shit out of Malcolm after Seymour attempted to snap his crotch off.
After
Everyone
we all
else helped.
literally tried to kill the shit out of him and
For like 20 minutes, everyone kept missing. It was very embarrassing.
You all
And then-
swung at a man who was being held, and you all missed. It was amazing.
It was a very weak swing first.
And Dar especially was the most bloodlusty.
He really was.
I think we've all like highlighted over the most important part of last time, which Dar fucking lost his powers hardcore.
Oh yeah.
That was the highlight of the entire session.
Yeah, Dar had to lose his powers, and his powers ended up in an immortal being known as Chansey. And then, and then we made it all the way here. Dar is a different fucking class now.
Yeah,
We'll
Dar
get
is
into
now
that,
a
I'm
fighter.
sure. we earned fast travel. We earned our Mass Effect planets, and now we've met up with our old pals.
Yeah, and you've also earned the fact that you have different places you can go, but some of them are level capped, and I'm not telling you the level caps for them.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, great.
And that's probably not in the order that you gave us on the list, because that'd be too
Nope.
easy.
Oh no.
Let's go to Dathomar first.
Yeah, we'll go to the hardest place first. I could tell you what the hardest place first was. But
Only if we get the twin blade saber there.
Get ready for a session that's an hour and a half of us talking about where to go next.
so, welcome to this session. This session I title Exiles, Outlaws, and Sock Puppets.
Yeah.
It's what we
Okay.
are. We're exiles, we're outlaws, and we're sock puppets. So, I am now going to hop to where you all are.
I am a victim of circumstance.
You are not a victim of circumstance. You're a victim of
You're
racism.
really-
Oh,
You're a victim of racism, if anything.
oh
Yeah, you
no.
are.
Right, so, last time, the very last thing we picked up on is that you were all given... Wait, who wants to take the magical, mystical MacGuffin book? Because one of you has to take it.
Well, obviously it should be.
I'll take it. I've
Yeah.
already got
Yes.
one book.
Yes.
It should obviously go to the person who
It's
adores
right
books the most,
here.
and that's Dar.
Dar, 100%. Right,
Give,
okay.
give me the fucking book.
Whoever wants to take it, please, in your inventory, add the item Fortuna's Tome.
Let Yaxbar have
Okay,
it.
got it. All right, let me go into my fucking inventory, and then Hex will check my inventory. to make sure
Dearstein, get back here.
I don't like that Nirstein is wandering off to Malcolm's
Ooh.
corpse.
I'm going
Hey,
to.
he's already dead. He's already dead. You
I'm
don't
looting
need.
the corpse.
No, I already stated what it was I was doing.
Was it Fortuna's tome?
Tome, yes.
I
Oh, got it.
I flat
All
out
right, there it
admitted
is.
that I'm taking his papers and anything else in his fanny pack.
You can take his papers.
Right,
I'm taking everything
What?
in his fanny pack.
right.
Am
If
I?
you would
Am I?
like to
Am I
do
supposed?
that,
Am I supposed to be
Hey,
able to see everyone's name?
yes, I added that. I told you.
I can
Oh,
only.
that
I,
earlier.
I can. No, but I can only see mine and Seymour's.
Alright, don't worry about it then.
Fine.
Oh,
So, if you would like to loot through Malcolm's corpse, please do the standard roll an investigation check for me.
I can do this.
Caitlin, you back
You're
off.
not there, Devon. You're far away.
Oh, that's right. You're right. I'm not. As a matter of fact, I don't want to anyway.
Right, so...
I'd like to roll for investigation too.
You back off. You're
Alright, if you're gonna... Alright, okay. Both of you try to rummage through Malcolm's possessions as quickly as you can. Kara, you kind of... You know what? Both of you... Right. Kara...
Gosh.
Kara and Insira, roll me sleight of hands. I want to see which one of you got to his bodies first.
Oh lord.
It makes it easy when I fight against you guys when you're against each other
But see,
anyway.
here's the thing. She knew what I was going for, and she's still fighting me for it.
No, I don't want the notes. You can have the note.
Right.
But why are you here?
Okay.
Is Will?
I want the
okay,
money.
Is
Okay,
I
we're
don't
talking-
want the
stop,
money.
Stop,
Okay,
we're
you're
talking over each other, okay? Let's be good boys and girls, okay? Right, so, I'm afraid, Kara, while you did get there first, you managed to snatch some stuff away. However, for the sake of not having you going, that's my purse, I don't know you, Caitlin managed to get into some other pockets before you. So, Kara, please add Malcolm's notes, which I will go over with you once they've all been typed out, because they haven't been typed out yet. And you can also, because you managed to get it because it was in just that pouch where his notes were, you gain 45 gold. Right. Calm down, you're going to get something as well. Calm down. Right, so you managed to get there as well. You rifled through his pockets, and you found a separate coin purse. Because Malcolm, in case of getting robbed, has 2 separate coin purses.
Oh god, he is one of those people.
Yes. You can now add 60 gold.
Yep.
I love that Caitlin is literally acting against the team.
You're all
Oh, 'cause I'm
acting
gonna-
against the team. It's brilliant.
No, I'm gonna split the gold.
No, I stated very much what my intentions were to
And
the
I was gonna
team.
let you have the notes.
Then why did you race me to the pouch?
Because she wanted the gold. Because she wanted
I
the
don't
gold.
trust you to split the gold with the team. You who have
Why-
stated you're not used to being poor.
Oh,
Why,
it's
why are you
fantastic,
stealing the
dude.
gold? Why are you stealing
Oh.
everyone's gold?
But you have yet to see me steal gold.
The
This is
parties
true,
against
but I still
each
don't
other.
try-
I love it.
trust you.
Okay, right. So you have now done that. I'm afraid you got there a bit too late, Wilk. There was nothing left, unless you literally want to have a set of common clothing, which is what he's wearing. That's up to you. He also does have
Seymour-
a shield. If anyone would like to take his shield.
It is a good shield.
Seymour would like to roll to remove the corpse's penis.
Why?
Because he
Why?
failed last time and he wants revenge.
I'm gonna say hard no on that.
Oh,
Okay.
Darn, I'm gonna go look at that
Seymour
shield.
walks away dejected,
Just quick, I pass out 12 gold to
not knowing
Daxtar,
why.
Nerstein, Dar, and Wilk.
Everyone gets
Seymour
one.
doesn't know why he decided not to do it, but he
Wait,
understands that a god said no.
Did you say plus 12 on gold?
12
Plus
gold.
12 gold.
So everyone
Okay.
gets a little bit of spending money as a treat. Right, so...
I
Hashtag let him remove
I
the
asked-
weenie.
Gaul, if
This
I
Kara
could...
hasn't split her gold.
You don't know that I have gold.
That's true.
No. Okay, I don't know as a character, but I know as a player. You stink.
Right, let's all pull each other away. Let's get this right. So, Kara, I believe you wanted to speak to Gaul about something. What would
Yes,
you
I
like?
wanted to speak with Gaul privately.
Did you?
Did,
Was gold
okay.
given to me? Sorry.
Yes, 12 gold was given to you.
Got it.
Gaul will go, okay. Alright, hold on. Let me go over that. Hold on. Okay.
Okay.
And I want to spend some time with him speaking about that change
Yep.
with my character that only you know about,
Yep.
getting to know about certain things here and there, and just spend some time getting information about this, that, and the other.
Right. You can either roll me a religion check or an arcana check. Whichever's the highest, I will let you pick which one you want to use.
They're both the same, so I'll go.
So, Gaul is speaking to you about what you've requested to speak to Gaul about. He's saying a lot of stuff that you don't quite understand. You kind of get where it's coming from, but you don't fully get it. You still get what you've requested, but maybe you're not as sure about everything that he has said as you would be. Maybe this might be something that you need to speak to him about a little bit more, gain a little bit more understanding about what you've learned. You've learned enough to be able to put some things into practice, but right now you're on the foundation level. You need a little bit more experience. Devon,
Okay.
you have
Yes.
Fortuna's tome. You're just going to hold it, you're
I
going to look
do.
at it.
I will look at it.
Roll me an investigation check, please.
I will absolutely do that.
Wow, that's low. Okay, so you...
Oh no! I think I need glasses.
The game becomes real. So you open up the book, you see the first page, and sure enough, the first page, every time you look at it, it seems to change languages, but they're all languages that you know. They kind of cycle.
Oh,
They kind of
how
cycle through.
convenient!
They kind of cycle through. If you want to do an Arcana check, you may be able to understand why it does that.
Well, I mean, I would do it, but I'm not woke, so I don't know how high it's gonna be.
You're not gonna crit because you're not
Yeah,
a barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
not
not-
like
It's unnatural for you. Yeah, I told you.
see, it's this warlock. He's just not as in tune as the barbarian.
No,
Yeah.
that two next to Arcana doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, so, sadly, you can't fully understand why. You can tell there's something magical about it. I mean, the languages are changing. There must be something magical about it.
Hey, Will, can you come over and look at this?
Get the barbarian to do the magic because he's the best at it.
I mean, it's been consistent so far.
Even better
Well,
than the warlock. Oh wow! So yeah.
Damn!
Is Rook gonna be the fucking skill monkey of the campaign?
He's like a bard without being a bard. It's I don't.
This is the
Right.
dumbest
So
fucking thing.
I knew you could do it.
so well.
I'd do anything for a friend.
When you look at this book, Wilk, it cycles languages again, and you realize that it's all languages you know. And then you notice something. The book's reading your mind. That's how it knows what languages you know. You gain the sense that there's something magical about it, and you feel it in your brain. So the book itself, that's why the languages are cycling, and why they're always languages you know. It's because it's trying to get you to understand it in any possible way it can. By just
Yeah,
cycling
expert.
through languages.
I just want to point out that Twitch chat has joked that Wilk will throw javelins and shout magic missile.
Okay, that is a joke by my Friday DM. Hello, Tom. And there is two fantastic characters called the Wizards of the North who are wizards and will do things like throw javelins and shout magic missile. It's amazing. It's fantastic. But Wilk would almost work with them. It's strange. If he wasn't so terrifying.
What Welk says to Yaxper, Yaxper, I feel like eyeballs are growing inside my head and they're peering into my mind and soul.
Are you saying you have eyes on the inside?
I'm saying I have eyes on the inside. Yes.
That's radical.
Right.
As Wilk stares at an invisible camera.
As you Office looks into the camera. Right. As you look through the rest of the book.
Yaxper's like, where are you looking?
As you look through the rest of the book, you realize only the first page actually has anything written on it. But as you're looking through, there's about 400, 500 pages in this book. It's a thick book. But for some reason, the only page is the very first page. Every other page blank.
I'm like speed flipping, and I'm getting very upset.
Yeah. So yeah, all the other pages are in fact blank. Bar the very first page.
I think this book is broken.
Finally, a book I can read. 'Cause it's just one page.
What do you mean only one page is available to read?
I've seen travel brochures that are longer than this. Wow.
That something tells me if you start reading it, all the pages will be full.
The blank pages just start sprouting words, and only he can see it.
Yeah.
The whole book.
That will be so fucked up.
The whole book starts writing itself as you read it.
Right, so as you're doing this, Floric will notice that you're looking at the book and will gesture their hand out towards you and go, hold on, can I see? Will you give Floric the book to see?
Absolutely.
Floric takes the book, looks at it, reads the first page, starts to move through it, and again notices that every single page is blank, and then will close the book firmly and hand it over to you and go, that's very strange. There's something off about that book. It doesn't make sense. And you see that the more they look at the book, the more that you can see something's going on. It's almost as if they're doing something that you guys would do. So let's see. Nope. They don't know nothing.
Yeah, still higher.
Still higher. They then hand the book back to you, and they'll go, there's something magical about it, definitely, but I can't understand why only one page has anything written on it.
Or Hera give a shot at it?
Hera just holds her hands up. She's like, I don't really want to see this book. I don't really want to be part of a prophecy, if I'm honest with you.
Get me the heck out of here!
Well, there's no way we're a part of a prophecy. It's just, it could be referring to someone else.
You hear from across the room Gaul going, do you believe in prophecies? You best stop believing in prophecies! You're in one!
Oh my god.
And then he immediately runs back to speak to Nerstein again.
Didn't you literally have Gaul say that last time?
Yes,
too?
I did.
He's a big fan of that movie.
Absolutely loves it. He loves it.
This-
He loves it.
This place is turned to a theme park every day.
Right.
And Sarah just looks at Dar and is like, considering all the strange shit that's been happening, prophecy doesn't seem that far off.
As you say that.
Oh, fallen one.
As you say that, Hoot chimes in and he like a bird tucks his head round and goes, "Hold on, aren't you a paladin? Aren't you all about prophecies and goddesses and gods?" And...
Oh my god!
Oh, he's not a paladin anymore.
Wait, what do you mean he's not a paladin anymore?
He's not going to be ever again either.
Go ahead.
mighty
Nope.
fallen
Yeah,
one.
I'm
Never
not
going
there.
to be one
Never mind.
again.
Mighty fallen one lost his paladin rights.
Right. So Gaul has had a conversation with you, Nerstein. They have taught you all they can for now, but their final words are maybe go out into the world and maybe do some stuff. And if you gain a bit of a better understanding, come back to me. Maybe I'll be able to help.
Side quests.
Do some
actually
side
don't.
quests.
I actually don't. Thanks for the help. And come back.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, we should go around to basic town and clear out and do a
Before
circuit.
Gaul's
Clear out
fully
side quest.
back,
Mhm.
I do go over to him and I pull the book out
Oh,
and I ask him,
the Necronomicon.
yes,
You
The
know
next- I
it's
asked him-
just gonna pop back out again.
As you pull
open it.
Oh, are you gonna open it? Are you gonna summon?
Oh, I'm just gonna show the book.
Okay. As you do that, Gaul looks at it, and you see that again. Gaul, I will remind you all what Gaul looks like. Gaul is a skeleton. Gaul tries to furrow a brow that's not there. It's almost like he's still not used to the fact he has no flesh. And he'll go, "Oh, that's weird. You're like the third person I've seen with that."
Ah,
I'm now picturing Discworld animated series.
Yeah, every time.
Basically.
Yeah, like you're the third person with that one. The other two, ooh, they didn't end pretty well. I'm gonna just put that out there.
You know what it is?
Yeah, it's a Necronomicon.
Okay, so bad shit, right?
I mean, the eye of the beholder, you know, not an actual beholder, just eye of one. It's bad to some people. It's good to others. I mean, would you refer to yourself as perhaps morally challenged?
Slightly.
Then maybe it's not a bad thing. But it's I'm not gonna mince words. It's a warlock tome, and it's mainly about necromancy. So like beginner stuff for the likes of me, but you know, for people like you, it might be good.
Have you read it before?
Seymour is gonna wave hi to Gaul.
He wrote it.
I've read this one because I pissed off the one inside it.
Wait, there's more than one copy.
Yeah.
No.
That's why I said one of the Necronomicons.
Oh.
You know?
I heard 3 people had it. I just assumed this one.
Oh, no. So I've run into that one 3 times, but there's a bunch of them all handed out to the necromancers under a certain god. I mean,
Which god?
wait, where did you find this out of curiosity?
In an abandoned. Basically, I was looking for a civilization, found it, and no one was left.
Oh.
This was on the corpse.
Is this one of those no one was left, or one of those wink wink no one was left situations?
No one was left.
Oh, okay. Well, you see...
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, wink wink no.
Seymour is miming that.
Well, he's miming wink wink no.
Wink, wink,
Nudge,
nudge,
nudge.
nudge, yes.
I like that.
So you asked about what, the god? So Gaul will
Yeah, what
go,
god?
"Oh yeah, this is a god of death called Marcanus. He kind of looks like me, but then maybe I kind of look like him. or maybe he just looks like a skeleton and we all look alike. He's
Would I know that name from
roll a
somewhere?
religion check. Let me see what you rolled because I'm doing. I don't even see your roll at the moment. Hold on. 13.
13.
Okay, so you know some very very basic things. Marcanus is a god of death. You know that they. It's not exactly a good one. So you know that they're all about making people scared of death and making people who tend to maybe forget that death's there and a constant remember, oh no, death very much is here, and if you forget about death, it will come up on you and kill you. They kind of believe in that people should pass on naturally, and when someone dies, their soul should pass on to the next world. But their soul and their body are two different things. And if that body serves a purpose after the soul's gone, well then it's not really against life and death. Especially if that body is then used to remind people that death is very real. So that's what you know about the god of death, Morcanus. Would you say anything to him, or would you just go, "Oh, Morcanus," and then remember what you know about Morcanus?
I'd just go, "Oh, Morcanus." Okay.
And you go,
I know basics about him.
Oh yeah, he's all right. He's a little bit hypocritical. You know, the whole, "Oh, you should not live too long. You should die a natural death," and then empowers necromancers to live beyond a normal life. You know.
And most gods tend to be a little hypocritical.
I mean, I don't really pay any attention to the gods. This, and he gestures to his skeletal form. This is all me. This is all in the old noggin. This is how I got this.
Impressive.
Seymour kind of knocks on his head to mimic my noggin.
Why is there a crab here?
Seymour is going to look very dejected and walk away.
He's a very good boy.
Reminder for everyone at home. This is the group mascot. If Devin will stop fucking moving him. This is the group mascot and resident familiar.
Boy.
Resident best boy in hot competition with Hoot. Seymour Dave. The
Seymour
Dave
of
crab.
Clan Dave.
Yeah.
This is like Seymour and Hoot compete on different like pedestals.
Different
It's
pedestals.
very different.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna have a
They
death
can't.
battle.
They're both unrivaled in their own fields.
Yes, exactly.
Um,
Unrivaled.
But as you say that, Gaul leans in, and are you still holding the Necronomicon, or have you put it away?
I'm still holding it.
So he leans into the book and will go, "Oi, Nick, are you still pissed off I beat the shit out of your former owner?"
He smelled the bitch on him
And he leans,
and called him out.
he leans in where an ear would be to see if Nick responds, and there's no response from the book. And he's like, "Yeah, I fucking thought so." He
What
then,
did the former owner do to cause you to beat the shit out of them?
"Oh, well, you see, it was very trivial. Like, he kept singing a song I didn't like, and I told him if he didn't shut up, I would toss a coin up his asshole."
I like you. I like you a lot.
I mean, I didn't kill him. I just beat him.
Tossed a
pretty
coin us
badly.
at the asshole?
Oh no, I actually don't carry coins. I went to beat the shit out of him.
Here's what she's gonna take a is the last one a bronze coin?
A bronze coin? You don't have any bronze coins.
I do.
You mean copper?
Copper, that's it.
Yeah, the
Sorry.
the lowest denomination.
She
copper.
Yeah, I give him a copper coin, and it's just like, for the next time you threaten to toss a coin up someone's asshole, this way you've got it.
I don't want coins. I don't like coins.
Okay. And I'll just take it back then.
As you see that, Floric is coming up. Wilk, I see you standing over there. Is there something you want to do?
I was gonna roll investigation, but before I do, I was gonna ask Gaul. Hey, Gaul, was the song that person was singing? Did it start with choosing superstitions? And then you hear a murmur, someone saying, "Well, from little dolls," but no one knows where it's
As
coming from.
you
Okay, as we hear that murmur, and Sierra's eyes go, "Oh fuck!"
Fuck no.
As
Dar
you-
just books out.
Is
No.
this some kind of spell?
As you sing that, Gaul leans in and goes, "Wait, are you a planes traveler too?"
Maybe?
Sam should have been like, I've never been on a plane before.
And Sierra backs up next to Yaxper and just goes, he's got a talking hand puppet. It's a little bit dangerous.
Wait,
He
what?
took over last time.
Wait, what?
Just have some Eldritch Blast on the ready if it needs to be an issue.
So,
Wait, puppet, what?
so
Can we
No.
can we dwell on that for a bit?
as you
That's not.
as you were standing by the big item next to you, Gaul goes, "Oh, you're looking at my dragon skull."
Dragon
Yes,
Skull.
I am.
Yeah, there was a nasty dragon, decided to do some very bad things. Me and him got into a bit of a fight. Sure enough, I think you know who wins. And he gestures towards the skull.
Oh, he must have been a real dick.
But was it a verbal fight or was it a physical fight?
Oh no, it was an actual fight. I teared the flesh off of his bones. I ripped and teared until it was done.
That's not how diplomacy works.
I didn't say I was trying to be diplomatic.
Did you keep the scales? Or
No, why would I? Are you thinking of money, you greedy fuck?
what? No. I heard.
Yes,
dragon bones-
he's lying to you.
Please, Dar, we have to secure the peace. I have a diploma in diplomacy. Please.
Right. Okay.
He pulls out a parchment that's just written in crayon.
He pulls out an apple with all the piece right talk on it.
God just looks at it. Diploma doesn't start with a U.
No, that's a D. I just have really bad handwriting.
I don't know what that sound was, but it really sounded like him scribbling it off to fix it.
So, as you're doing that, Floric has been paying attention to Gaul, watching Gaul as they move. Seems to just be paying a little bit of attention, trying to take in exactly what Gaul is. And then he then moves away, and he comes back, and he looks at the gathered group. Oh, go on, Doc.
But yeah, while that was happening. So, Mr. Hoot,
Yes.
very nice to meet you. Where do you come from?
Not here.
Wow. That sounds very far away.
Also, please, remember the rules of formality. My name is not Mr. Hoot. My name is Henry Orville Ornstein Trenton III, sir.
Oh, my apologies. Should I stick with Henry?
No, you say the entire name.
Okay.
It's like Tribe. Just say the full thing.
Yeah, sure. As soon as I write it down.
What would you know about Tribe? Didn't yours forsake you?
That's another thing from last week. We found out that Dar was, for his crimes in redemption that he didn't commit, but they think he commit. He is now
Henry
back
Of
exiled.
which,
Henry Orville.
Ornstein Trenton III.
Okay.
well, still.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I gotta do something.
Carl never returned.
Right.
Floric.
I'm still here. I just forgot that I had mentioned something last night that I gotta start doing.
Ooh, interesting. So, right. Floric makes their way over towards the group and realizes that Neurostein's missing and turns their head and
Aren't
goes,
they always?
Niristine, do you mind coming over here for a second?
Wow,
Well,
she's a ninja.
okay, so
I have really high stealth.
I need to know what's going on. What are we doing? I understand you have this book now, and that you're apparently, correct, we, because apparently I'm in it, are some kind of prophesized team. I guess I don't truly understand.
But before we do that, have Insira roll a perception check to see if she even noticed that Neristine changed this time. It'd be incredible.
Wait, it's
No.
been a long rest?
No.
I thought it was only a long rest.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was just making a joke.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, but no, I'm shutting it down. Fuck
No,
you.
yeah, no. Sandbag that joke.
Take psychic damage.
Oh, no. Okay, Yoxper's been knocked unconscious.
So, Floric
We leave Yoxford here.
looks at all of you and goes, I understand that you're in this strange prophecy, but what do you want to do now? Where do you want to go? I mean, prophecy mentioned something about a golden dragon and something about a wounded raven. It doesn't truly... I'm not the best
I wanna
when it comes to
sleep.
puzzles.
That's what I want to do. We have been led through this damn place by an idiot slaver. I want a nap.
Regarding the
Want a long sleep.
slaver, real quick. Mr. Gaul,
Yes.
how your necromancy works, because I have a bit of an idea that might solve an issue for us.
Well,
But
Go
ahead.
my simpleton friend. Necromancy is when you take something that's dead and you make it alive again.
yeah, I got that gist. Per se and group, would we be opposed to reanimating Malcolm, tossing him through the
I can
portal?
kill him again?
What
Sure.
the fuck?
Well, Gaul could probably kill him again. That would probably be more beneficial, since he's got an issue with slavers.
It's
that-
Is it gonna be like zombie Malcolm, or is it just gonna be Malcolm?
Well,
Well, we could probably pretty him up a bit, throw him in the portal. Maybe someone forge his handwriting and say 2 or 3 of us died. He captured us. He saw 2 or 3 of us died, and he just fled for his life. And hey, he just drops dead.
How do we make him do all that?
Here's the thing.
Did you forget about the willing part?
Did you also forget about the zone of truth the Lux priesthood seemed to be fond of using?
Did you also forget that his jaw looks partially dislocated?
well,
I mean,
while
Look
I
out, like,
love the
crossing-
idea, while I love the idea, unlike my favorite movie, Weekend at Bernie's, this isn't gonna work.
Oh, I know that movie.
Ernie.
Are you sure you don't travel the planes?
I'm telling you, I've never been on a plane.
Okay, I'm gonna drop that. Anyway,
How does this work?
here's the thing. I can
Thank you,
use
Sam.
really high magic, bring him back, but then his soul's gonna be back in his body. Or I can use slightly lesser magic and he just becomes a pawn of me. But when he becomes a pawn, he doesn't really talk or have cognitive functions.
He basically becomes a ghoul.
I can see why this would have drawbacks.
We possibly just reanimate him long enough to get to civilization and he drop dead?
What?
Okay, so it doesn't work like that.
What?
If I resurrect him and bring him back to life, then he's gonna be back to life. The only way to make him dead again is if you kill him.
Hey, curse marks?
What?
What?
Curses? Anything? We'll probably poison him?
Are you okay?
Again, if
You're sure you were a paladin? What kind of god
I'm not
do you
saying I
serve?
approve this.
What? But you suggested it.
Okay, right. I get
Okay.
what
Go
you're
ahead,
getting at,
No, I
buddy.
suggest murdering, yes.
No,
but
I
it's
don't.
weird that the lawful good one, the one who claims to serve the just God,
Well, first off,
is suggesting this.
he was an asshole. He was an evil person. He was vile and a liar. I don't approve of killing him myself. I wouldn't kill him myself.
But I
That's why I
try
was
to.
You're trying to.
I'm not. Okay, Hera, I
Stop,
see you.
stop,
I feel you
stop,
present.
stop, stop. Listen to me, please. Listen to me, please, a moment.
Yeah.
Shut
yeah.
up.
I am so sorry
enough.
for you.
Oh, you're not as sorry as I'm gonna be.
Right, I get what you're saying.
I actually walk over to Dar and I absolutely regret what I'm about to do.
Okay.
I take his face in my hands, as disgusting as that is, and I say, please, let the assholes deal with this.
Okay.
Very well.
Um,
Very well.
And
And then
he
I
is an
proceed-
asshole, but still.
I proceed to wash my hands.
I'm clean
What-
for crying out loud.
Wash your hands, everyone. Here's your PA announcement. Your PSA from us. Your PSA from us at 0% value D.
Wash your fucking
hands.
hands, you slob!
Also,
Wash
when
your
you
hands.
wash your hands, dry them. Don't touch your money and give wet money to your
Yeah, don't do
your
that.
cashier. Don't do
Seymour
that.
Seymour
It's
is,
fucking nasty.
Seymour is holding up a whiteboard that says
Don't
"Wash your
use
fucking
genitals
hands."
or your boobs as pockets.
Right.
God damn it.
So, Gaul will chime in once
Yeah, yeah. Take that advice, Shadow.
more. Gaul will once more chime in and will say, I get what you're getting at, but like I said, I can either bring him back to his full self, and then you gotta kill him and stop him from telling people that you killed him a first time, or I could make him a shuffling zombie, and then making him a shuffling zombie probably won't work. So,
Malcolm has very little to do with the Lux priesthood.
Yes.
Not to mention, I can't afford to hold him again for everyone else to just miss stabbing him.
Could we make his book of some use to us?
That's why I took the papers.
Oh, okay, I thought they were the same. My bad.
Seymour's just staring at Dar.
That's
like,
not
oh.
actually why I took the papers. I took the papers so I could benefit from it.
right.
Seymour has 4 crab claws face palming right now.
Right. So, if you were deliberately lying when you just said that's not why I took the papers, roll me a deception check. Not you.
I seriously need to.
I know.
seriously need to bump up
You
my
don't
charisma.
even know when you're not in trouble anymore.
Right.
Oh, that's good. That's a good roll.
Who would have heard that would have perhaps had an inkling or want to have an inkling of whether or not she is
Take a shot.
true.
I will take a shot as well.
So I would like
Roll
you to
insight?
roll- Yes, insight.
Sight.
Caitlin,
That's
you,
one.
And then can I use my inspiration?
yes. You can use your inspiration if you want.
Does a match
like-
count?
How do I roll
So
inspiration?
just roll again.
There we go.
I was gonna choke.
Right.
Fucking Will's gonna get
Okay,
it.
so
Never mind, Will got it. Will got it.
Caitlin, Incineroar cannot tell the she's lying, but you
I
don't
got
quite.
14 twice.
I don't.
Yeah, why
it's
did you
the
roll-
destined? It's the destined 14. So she doesn't quite believe Neurastine, but she doesn't quite get what the game is here. Dar, you could tell there's a lie going on here, but you can't ponder why they might be lying. You can't quite work out what the reason behind it is. You can tell they're lying, but not quite what it could be.
I want to specify that. Wilk didn't hear this.
Then I'm not allowing that insight then.
Okay. That's fair.
If you didn't hear it, I'm not going to allow the...
No. I was gonna hint that Want heard it.
You're both
To
in the
feel
same
valid.
position. I wouldn't. Because remember, he's exactly
Okay.
where you are, so
I will say I didn't hear.
that's fine. So the Dar can tell that there is a lie going on here, but can't get to the bottom of it. Incineroar cannot. She tells us something not quite truthful about it, but you don't quite get what's going on. Whether you want to act on that or not, it's up to you. Hoot, however, will chime in and say, "Haven't you heard of closing a goddamn door?" But he will chime in and he will say, "Well, I mean, it's not exactly the most luxurious sleep, but we could put you back in the we could put you back, give you a little bit of a rest in our mode of transportation."
I'll take it.
Wink, wink.
No, wink, wink.
Well,
Wink, wink, though.
I was definitely wanting to check out Malcolm's carriages when we went topside again.
Also, we should probably take the food and such, unless Gaul wants some of it.
I don't eat. I mean, food's nice.
Didn't figure, but still.
He's just
Thought
gonna-
I'd offer.
How else is he going to keep his shapely figure if he eats all that food?
It took
That's
decades,
true.
centuries.
I see. Atkins diet.
While this has all been going on, Yoxper has kind of been poring over the prophecy, just kind of coming up with ideas on what actions to take. When we end up talking about that, those will come to the surface.
Floric,
Yes.
question.
Yes.
You said my village took the Lux Priesthood's word for face value, correct?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Is there any mention of my team or my wife?
No, I haven't actually been over into the Red Sands. I just know that from the grapevine, from some individuals who will still communicate with me, that they put the pressure on your people and made some rather nasty threats of possible invasion. And when push came to shove, they'd rather throw you under the cart than have an entire Lux priesthood invasion on their doorsteps.
While
There
this
was
is
no
going
mention
on,
of the god.
I'm actively looking through the notes.
Okay.
There was no mention of the goddess calling them out for being liars?
Hera looks at you and leans in and goes, "Yeah, the goddess, the part of her thing is not involving herself in the realm of mortals. She's gonna totally get involved in something of the realm of mortals. I fucking hate you."
She doesn't like it when someone calls or uses
Well-
another god's name and to commit atrocities. That's one of her big ones.
Floric pipes in, they're not using Lux's name. They were just saying that you murdered an entire town and that therefore you should be hunted down. And they said that you would be hunted down and that if your village aided them, then your village would be hunted down as well. No one mentioned Lux's name at all.
Over by the statue, you can't see what it is, but Seymour is leaning against the statue, and Yoxper is using his back to write something down.
Okay.
Alright, I'm overthinking this cult bullshit. Oh,
Yes.
man.
You overthink everything.
Yeah, this is a bit of a theme.
Hera is visibly annoyed.
Well,
Hex is visibly annoyed.
Okay.
Before
Can Insira tell that Hera's annoyed?
Roll a perception check. I mean, it's gonna be low. Like the DC to hit is gonna be low. Roll me one just for the sake of it.
Perception.
Natural one.
Come on, I gotta fucking find it.
Perception.
I know it's somewhere. Sorry, I'm trying to find it.
I
on the
want to
thing.
roll as well.
Oh,
Well, no, I'll
passive
roll
wisdom.
and I'm looking at my notes.
No.
Wait, okay,
perception.
where's perception on here?
It's in
character
skills.
sheet. It's in skills.
Okay, oh, it's in skills. Oh, there it is.
Right.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, you 22.
Holy
You immediately see. So what's happening is, so remember that picture I put of me as Hera with the real blank stare? It's that, except you see, because you got so high, that the little bottom area under her right eyelid is twitching. You know when you get really angry and the bottom part of your eyelid is just twitching? You can see it.
This happens often with Shadow. I'm gonna go over to Yaxbar and Seymour, and I'm like, Yaxbar, can I borrow Seymour for a minute? His talents are needed.
I'm almost done writing all this.
What do I notice with my disadvantage?
Why did you do it at disadvantage?
Because I'm looking through the notes and I'm not really paying attention.
Okay. She seems a bit annoyed. I only made this like a 9 DC because it's very obvious that she's annoyed and you're all right in front of her. But I would say you can see that she's agitated and you can tell that she's annoyed.
Okay.
Would I have to roll to receive this, or is it just...
Shadow.
I would think you would gain from her words.
Okay.
I hate you.
I know.
I want you to do this for me. I want you to look on your sheet.
Mm-hmm.
At the bottom, there's something called passive perception. I want you to tell me what your passive perception is.
12.
Yeah.
Hex was just going to say there's something written on your sheet called fuck you.
No. You can tell just from your passive perception, which is things that you notice on the everyday as you're looking around, you can tell that she's agitated at you. You don't need to roll a perception check. You can just do a passive perception. Because they're right next to you and they did just say the words to you, I hate you. So you can tell.
I think you should, considering he might be oblivious.
Right, so
Yaxper finishes with a flourish in his penmanship hand, puts 5 pieces of paper away, and then hands over Seymour to do whatever he has to do.
You're not going to throw the crab at me, are you?
Quick question. What are you writing with?
That's a very good question.
Do you have an ink quill?
You're right. That's a fair point.
I'm gonna be nice. And
Shadow's getting real happy for someone who's gonna fuck up again in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I do
Funny,
have
you think
an
it's gonna
ink
take
pen,
10.
So if he had asked me for it, I would have given it to him.
Here's what I'm gonna do. It's really simple. It's just a small thing. I'm not gonna penalize you. Just remember those small things. I'm gonna say that when you were looking around, you realised that this desk here has loads of open journals. It has ink quills written on there. I'm just gonna say that you snagged one from there and you were writing it.
Oh, actually, Wilk is gonna go over there and ask Gaul for a pen.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I've got them all over.
Can your
ahead.
giant hands hold a pen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Take
I'm gonna
Seymour over to Hera.
Real quick, I'm gonna put in my inventory.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go put.
And I'm gonna ask Seymour, can you cheer Hera up a little?
Please.
How do you want him to do that? How do you want him to do that? You gotta give him more than that.
Just be
Do
your
a little
cute usual
dance,
self.
make a little
Do a little
noise.
dance.
All right,
Down tonight.
Seymour. All right, would you like Seymour to roll a performance check for a dance?
Yes.
Yes, we all want this.
Do I have to do that from Yaxper's sheet, I imagine?
Wait, before he... Wait,
Does he not have performance on his sheet?
Let me take a look.
He might have performance on his sheet.
Would that be under attributes and abilities?
I'm gonna, before he does it, I'm gonna touch Seymour, and I'm gonna use guidance to allow him to roll
on the crab for the
1d4.
dance. Okay, I'm down with it.
Right, what I want you to do...
Giving him bonus, so you can also
Right.
roll 1d4 if you roll low.
So what I would like you to do is roll
Oh
a D...
no, I think I know where this is going.
Roll a D20 and -4 from it, please.
Because of his charisma, yeah. Okay.
Because the charisma of this crab is -4.
I saw the fucking charisma stat on Seymour, and I'm like, first off, that's bullshit. Secondly, you're probably gonna use that. This crab is shown to be very charismatic so far. But anyway,
Here's
So that's a 10.
Ooh. Okay, roll a d4.
plus a d4.
Yeah, so roll a
Plus a
D4.
d4.
So that's a 13.
So 13.
It's an okay
That's
dance.
impressive.
It's an okay.
Yeah.
It-
Well,
no, It's not impressive. It's okay.
He tries to do a little backflip with all of his claws. He kind of fumbles the landing, but he lands it mostly. He's all right. No, nothing was damaged.
So,
And Sarah claps.
So
He kind of like spreads his arms out to do it. Ta-da!
what I want
That's
you
like-
to imagine is I can't remember where it's from, but there's like I think it was like a Simpsons gag where Homer was holding Pinchy up to someone, and to him when he looked at it, it was this adorable little crab. But then when he held it up to a normal person, it was horrific, foaming at the mouth, clasping it. This is exactly what happened. You seem to have this wonderful, romanticized image of this adorable crab. But when you actually do it against anyone that's a normal thinking individual, they just see this horrific, bubbling at the mouth crab just shuffling around, reaching.
To be horrific.
He's
And
doing
that's cool.
his best, you heathens.
And Hera looks at it and goes, Why is the crab... Is your crab alright? I think they're having some kind of stroke.
I think he's been a little something too long.
And Sarah just gives him a loving pat.
First, Seymour sheds a single tear, and then when Dar says that, gives him a death stare.
I'm just looking out for your health, little guy. Maybe we need a rest.
Just imagine like that image of Seymour that you see, but with big, angry eyebrows drawn on.
He was the one himself.
The biggest, angriest ooh-woo you will ever get.
Big.
Fine. Still time if you want to.
Just looking at you like, you are next, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Okay, Dar, all I'm gonna say is gird your loins. This crab will attack at one point.
That crab is totally snipping it off when you sleep.
I just saw that Hex's thing switched. You made him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Tub of hot water. Let's see him come after me
Yeah.
that way.
Right. Okay, so Hoot has said to you all, it may not be comfortable, but if you wish to sleep, you can all come back to our mode of transportation and rest there if you would like.
Okay. Remember, everyone, return Stud and Muffin's gold to them before they wake up and get angry at us in the morning. That's not a fight I want to relive.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And
I was gonna
Malcolm's corpse
What were you gonna say?
because
I was gonna ask
Sorry.
Gaul. Do you mind if I keep this pen?
Yeah, go on. Like I told you, big-faced Goliath friend who looks like suspiciously like he's made of plasticine. I've got you can keep him. I mean,
Very excited for that art, by the way.
do you idiots want a map? And he gestures over to this place here that's
It's-
loaded with maps.
yes, please.
Who's- This
map.
idiot wants that.
Right, so, go
two
on.
questions. What do you want us to do with Malcolm's corpse, and what about the skull tarantulas?
Alright, so it's your corpse, you do whatever you want with it, I don't really care. You killed the guy, you take it. I'm not operating a corpse disposal service. I'm operating a corpse revival service. They're two different things. If you want to get rid of it, that's your job. And then he asked about the Scoranchos. He goes, well, I mean, if you want to go wipe them all out, that's up to you. But, I don't know. Do you think you're up to the job to wiping them all out?
Oh, we need sleep.
Just sleep. How about hit the fucking sack right now? Let's go.
We're not sleeping in here.
Yeah, the idea is that Hoot has... You haven't actually said what you want to do. Hoot has
Sorry.
said that if you wish to, you can all go and sleep in their mode of transportation.
Okay.
Sorry, real quick. You said that there was a map and what else at this table?
There's loads of maps. It's literally...
Loads of maps.
There's maps of the world, there's maps of different precincts and different counties. There's loads of them on there.
Just for the sake of simplicity on Woke's behalf, he's just going to take a map of the.
Yeah, if you want to just take a map of the world, you can take a map of the world.
I will do that.
I took one as well.
Me
Yeah, I'll take on.
I'll take one too.
Take-
Everyone who
before
wants
we-
to... Sorry, let me just say this fast. Everyone who wants to, please, in your inventory, add one map of Drelek if you're taking a map of the world.
Okay, I was gonna put world map, but you said it's
Well, you can put world map. That's up to you. World map, map of Drayland.
Okay.
As long as you understand that you have a map of this world, that's completely fine.
awesome. I have a pen and a world map now.
You don't
Map
have a
It's
pen.
gonna
You
it's
don't-
gonna be a goofy movie, but with Volk.
You don't have a pen. You have a quill.
Oh, sorry, Quill. Yeah,
Pens
I'll
don't
change that.
exist in this world.
Damn it.
Quill. Right. So,
Damn.
Hoot has offered. Are you gonna take Hoot up on the offer to go and sleep in their mode of transportation?
I'm worried that you keep saying mode of transportation, but sure.
Yeah, the wording there is a bit sus.
Okay. Before
Uh,
Gonna wake
but
up without we're gonna wake up without our kidneys.
Before we go, I tell Gaul if he wants another guardian or another just plaything, he can reanimate Malcolm and do whatever he wants since he hates slavers. He can turn him into his own personal punching bag.
I mean, it's not really worth a spell slot if I'm honest.
Don't blame me there. He's annoying.
Let Stud and Muffin play with him then.
No, they're not good with toys. Have you seen those two? They're insane when it comes to terrestrial stuff.
Put him in the skull pit.
I mean, skull tellers don't normally attack undead things. They normally only attack the living.
Oh.
Make him a lighting decoration.
I mean, we'll drag him out if we have to.
I'm starting
Secondly-
to wonder if Fortuna made a big mistake picking you guys.
She did. She really did.
I think that's pretty fair.
Secondly, do you by chance? I know it's a long shot, but do you by chance have any beneficial weapons in your study, armor, anything like that that we could use?
I mean, what kind of weapons are you looking for?
Anything that you're just willing to offer, swords, bows, any kind of armor. I know it's a study, but
I mean,
that's why I'm asking.
is it? And then he gestures to this.
Yeah, but we can't just carry that around.
Yeah, no.
You could take the Bacilla if you want. I don't mind. I think it'd be kind of funny.
I mean,
Hauling that
Sarah
around.
kind of looks at it longingly.
But I know you do have two swords over there on the table.
Oh, you don't want them. They're strip mall katanas. They'll break the moment you use them.
Blades of the Meth King?
What do these words mean?
It's not
means
good metal.
shit.
It's not good metal, my friend. It won't work.
Oh.
Good for decoration.
You probably got them a discount.
I mean, I've got a bunch of like old-fashioned swords and weapons from the ages, but like they're just weapons. They're not really gonna do great for you. They're just a sword, an axe, a spear, an AK.
What?
Oh,
Don't worry
What
about
was
that last one.
I mean, that last one sounds kind of fun.
Nah, I don't.
You don't even know what an AK is. Shut
yeah,
up.
none of you know what AK is. I mean, it might not
blood,
work.
blood.
It might not work. Anyway, no, I don't really have. I mean, I can make stuff, but it takes time.
Can I ask to see the AK?
And he looks at you, and he looks back down into his coffin. And unbeknownst to you, he looks at the AK in his coffin, looks back up, and goes, "No."
Please.
Is it something that can absolutely must kill every motherfucker in the room with?
He looks at you guys, and he's like,
Whoa! Language!
Are you gonna like go and do things, or are you just gonna stand? I mean, you can stand there if you want, but like,
No, you're doing things.
Apologies. You've taken up enough of your time.
If it's beneficial to our prophecy,
I mean, I don't
Why-
remember seeing an AK in the prophecy.
you don't remember seeing any weapons in it.
No, you have to decipher a message. There's a capital A and a
Dear
capital
Steve,
K
dear Steve,
somewhere
Fred,
on the
you're
same
not
page.
winking.
Oh god.
It's been a long day.
That's
That's
Let's just
so
go.
sweet.
Let's just go.
Listen,
That's
have you
why
heard?
I'm asking, just so I can see it, because it's the only thing I don't understand out of what you mentioned. So I'm curious.
Maybe if you come back and you've been good.
Shit, I'm never gonna see it.
If you've been a good boy this year.
Right, so, Everybody stop moving for a second.
Okay.
We are going.
Are we all heading? Are we all heading into this thing?
We are heading to the next map.
Okay, I'm just gonna have it in canon that as Sierra walked past Malcolm's corpse, she flicked it off.
Did sleep happen, or is that not yet?
No.
Okay.
It will hopefully soon.
Calm down, Devin.
Okay.
Oh, sleep.
Because there was something I wanted to do before sleep.
That's fine. There's something that's gonna happen while you sleep.
Oh no. At least I'll have my spells back.
That's what you think.
Oh,
Right.
we've already been in it.
Where's in there you want? Do a quick check, make sure everyone can use their tokens. I'm not sure if everyone has the ability.
Nope.
Oh, there I am.
You don't. Wonderful.
I don't even see my token. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't
You're
see
right
mine
next
either.
to me.
I've added to your
The
sheet.
fuck out. Oh, you're at the way. Oh, we're all the way at the top. Okay.
I've added
Oh, okay, we're at the top.
You're all the way
Jeez,
at the
sorry.
top. I've added it to
There I am.
your sheets, but for some reason, Roll20 hates me.
Okay, I can move.
Yeah, yours should be set.
my number's
Dar.
back
Like,
in.
yours should be able to move.
It's a good thing
Alright,
actually
I will
opened
be
the thing and
back in a
remembered the
quick
whole thing.
second.
Yes. So
Yeah, I still cannot move mine.
yeah, I'm re-adding the ability to move them. It's already on your sheets, so I don't actually know why it's not letting
Alright.
you guys move them. But
This is the time to not enable Shadow's ability to move Dar.
his is
Yeah,
so
just take it away from them.
Here's the
Oh, there we go.
interesting thing. Here's the interesting thing. Dar and Incineroar, the only two characters that I don't actually need to give like permissions to move again. All
Oh,
of
hey,
the
we
rest
can
of
move
you-
with with
That's
arrow.
really interesting, actually. That's the other three that need to be.
I, honestly, I've got no clue why it does that. I will investigate it one day.
Now we have button-based movement again. That's nice.
I think it's the ones that are grid-based. But so
Yeah.
someone went.
I like those.
Someone went to go and do something, didn't they?
Yeah, Shadow.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a very quick 5-10 minute break. So if you need to use the restroom, go. Wow. Why is?
Well, Ford's so big.
Floric.
I smelled the oath of a paladin who just broke it.
I shouldn't say Floric's second name, but it's whatever. It's fine at this point.
Oh, it's
Oh,
okay. I don't think
keeper.
anybody heard it.
Right. So.
Floric, fuck Darrington.
Fuck that. So take a quick break. I'm gonna use the restroom. Start thinking about
Me
what
too,
you guys
actually.
want to do. Yeah, if anyone needs to use the restroom, go now. I'm gonna play some music while we go to the restroom. What do I want to play? I am going.
Some deadly premonition music.
Oh, I haven't got Deadly Promotion on here yet.
The fucking car theme. That'd be so good. Yeah!
Yeah, that's appropriate. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
And I tell Hera's mad at me. I hate you. Mother.
Happened? What happened?
You opened your mouth.
I do.
You existed.
And I tell Hera's mad at me. I hate you.
Shadow, we've got to talk about your little overreaction to everybody getting a successful roll against something
Sorry.
that doesn't benefit you.
Sorry.
Like rolling high on seeing if Hera is pissed and like you literally choke to death almost. I'll be right back.
Also, if I sound extra nasally, pollen.
Right.
If I sound alive, it's because, I'm still here, motherfuckers.
Right, I am back.
You wouldn't be?
I mean, a lot of people are tending to not be where they should be these days.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The quarantine shit.
Right. How are we doing so far, team?
I'm back. We're good. What did I miss?
I literally went to go and use the restroom, and I said to everyone, take a quick 5-minute break.
Yeah.
I will now actually look at the chat to see what people are talking about. I'm actually terrible at voices. The voices tend to move into one another sometimes. Sometimes Gaul sounds more like Bob, and Bob sometimes sounds like Gaul. I just try and keep them as separate as I can. My sidebar is only organised because I literally spent an hour of my day off trying to fix it because I hated that everything was everywhere, and needed to make sure that certain characters are hidden because they should not be seen yet because they are secret characters.
Oh. yeah. Since you realized that all of us are rewatching these.
Yes, that's exactly why I had to hide them, because you're all watching them, and I was like, oh, gotta click hide these.
Gotta put this in the drawer for later.
It's great, because you don't even know who some of them are, because some of them are literally just gags for my other campaigns.
Oh, that's smart. Obscure them with other unrelated things.
Yeah. Who are we waiting on?
Kara?
Okay.
I think Sam, too.
Okay.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
What time is it?
I have
Jeez.
Once again, the prophecy rings true that my Arcana checks are consistent.
Your Arcana checks are worryingly good.
Like, if any of us start rolling poor in Arcana, we just gotta ask Wilk to help.
That's literally what I did earlier.
Soon I'm just gonna start imposing disadvantage because I'm like, a barbarian wouldn't know this.
Oh, come on!
Now, when you do this,
But what's gonna happen is he's gonna start rolling 2 20s in a row.
I don't think that's gonna happen, honestly.
You're right. He's gonna roll a 20 and then a 19.
Right. As soon as they get back, we will continue. Feel free to look at the map and you can work out what their mode of transportation is. It's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
See it.
Ooh. I see some French bread.
Stop looking at those horses like that.
Stop making those noises about those horses.
Yeah.
I said French bread.
I hear your mic going. I hear your mic being like.
Dar it's like a Looney Tunes cartoon. Dar just sees, like, instead of horses, he just sees a bunch of moving bread. They move together and use.
Sam, I sent you something in the chat. Check out that video. That is fucking nuts.
Let me see.
This is such bullshit. My house doesn't look this nice.
Oh!
Look at this.
Oh, this is
Holy shit!
Look at this bullshit.
That looks like a fucking indie game. Wow.
Looks like the fucking path to the Elite Four.
Right.
It does. Some fucking.
Cool.
I heard modders have been being very extra good with Animal Crossing.
Oh, Animal Crossing.
It's Animal Crossing. Modders are gonna mod the fuck out of it.
Hex, have you seen this fucking? You know how people can like draw anything in there.
Yeah.
Obviously, but yeah. There's this fucking image of a urinal in someone's house with a mural of like Shadow the Hedgehog above it, like perfectly drawn. It's like a perfect recreation of one of the renders.
I
Of,
like
HD Shadow.
I like
and
the
it
one.
Just it says him saying "nice cock."
I like the one of that, but it's All Might.
That's
Oh, no.
it's also is hopefully he's not saying "nice cock."
No, he is saying nice cock.
Yes.
Oh no.
I think
Young Midori.
I think we just went. Don't go down that road. That's a bad road to go down.
This is a very naughty road to go down.
So we're just waiting on Kara, I believe, to come back, and then we'll continue because I have some little surprises for you all while you're sleeping.
Oh fuck!
Oh, come on!
Kiwi has shown up in the chat to ask, "Is Shadow dead yet?"
No,
Wait.
not yet.
I mean, it might as well be because his health pool's so low.
Why does the warlock have? All right, I'm gonna show for the stream for anyone watching. I'm gonna show you. This is Dar's character sheet, level 6. This is Dar's level 6 character sheet. Take that in a moment. Enjoy that stream.
Bring it in.
Then we're gonna look. So Dar, the former paladin, now fighter. Then we're gonna look over at Yaxper's sheet. Yaxper is a level 6 warlock. Let's look at those side by side a second. So Yaxper, and then Dar.
Oh, I'm just so. It's so hard being so big and strong.
I mean, you're not big and strong. That's the one area you're not good in.
It's so hard being so big. I am quite tall,
You are quite tall.
like 7 fucking feet.
Yep. This is the world of rolling.
Kiwi said, "God damn it, kill him already."
I'm not going to kill him. He's got to earn a death.
He almost earned mine.
He did almost earn your death. It was great.
It's like it's basically the scene from The Thing when they encounter the thing for the first time. They're like, "Oh, burn it, burn it!"
I'm not infected, though. Keep in mind.
Just
That's just
showing,
what an infected person would say.
showing the chat secrets. Quickly showing them
Fuck that
secrets.
car.
Ooh, secrets.
Alright,
Well,
so
now I'm gonna see them later, though.
I
After
guess.
cupcakes.
I guess.
I guess.
Right, so you are all back now. You all leave Gaul's tomb. You haven't been in Gaul's tomb very long. You were in there about not even a full day. But coming out, you come out just as the sun is setting, and
Guys!
seeing the sun as you exit, it kind of hurts your eyes, just because you've been in the dark and only been using the light of torches or dark vision. That actually coming out into the light is a bit too much for you all.
Except for me.
No, you're worse. You have you got your
No,
goggles
because
on?
it's setting.
No, but the light's still there. It's still coming, and the light is still coming. It's just setting.
You were born in the dark,
Right.
molded by it.
Disadvantage next attack.
Get
Um,
out.
so
You didn't even commit to the voice, you fucking Philistine.
you could
At
all
the very least.
you could all basically see if you were to move up from where you are. You could all see these two horses down here. But if you were to move up,
Horsey.
you would in fact see that there is quite a large cart being pulled by these two horses. These horses are huge if you go down to them, by the way.
I roll perception.
Roll a perception. 21. You see that there are two massive horses pulling this cart. These are huge. These are fucking gigantic horses. Unnaturally large horses.
Oh, big.
Oh,
Oh.
I've noticed Caitlin is now backing up.
I was actually gonna talk to Hoot for a second. I'm like, Hoot, so
Yes.
this is the mode of transportation you've been using?
Yes, it is. I managed to inquire it after playing a few individuals at cards, and led me to say they were not very good at cards.
I asked what happened to Malcolm's carriage.
Well,
Where is Malcolm's carriage?
that's the thing. When we got here, there was no carriage.
How do
Interesting.
the horses feel?
I
about-
inside check that.
Yes, I mean, I don't think Hoot's lying to you, but you can
I mean-
check it.
Listen, You said we should start inside checking NPCs, so now I'm worried.
I said investigation, but yeah.
Inside investigation.
So yeah, Hoot's not lying. He's from his
I figured, but still.
His words are true that when they arrived, there was no other cart here. It was.
Wait.
No.
Wait. Before that, will Gross was suspicious of Sierra's actions, saying, "Why are you looking at Hoot that way?"
I asked Hoot if there was any, like, if he won fairly or if he did it, if there was any underhanded tactic just so he could get to us. Like, I would not.
No judgments.
I would not at all be surprised if he cheated to get to us. Like, I would not admonish him for cheating.
Hoot will give a little chuckle and he'll go, "Oh no, they were far too stupid for me to even need to cheat."
What?
They were
Got
like
it.
that?
They were very dumb and very drunk.
What were you gonna say, Dar?
Breed of horse is this?
These are war horses, my boy.
I kind of
Oh.
thought so.
No, I'm not good. I can't.
Given their size, I kind of thought so.
Yeah, these are war horses. They are fucking huge.
Can Wilk pet the warhorse?
Roll an animal handling.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna fucking fail this watch.
Don't get fucking booted across the fucking map. Uh-oh.
You
Told
go, you go to reach for the horse, and it bares its teeth at you, and it like curls its lip up, and it doesn't want you to touch it.
You hear Wilk.
Sorry, go ahead.
You hear Wilk scream, basically like, "Ah!" That's a scream.
Well, maybe offer him an apple?
What? Do you think I'm an apple machine that just throw out apples casually?
Threw away at me earlier.
That's not in my character description, dog.
I would like to investigate the cart.
Please roll an investigation check.
Don't touch.
Wow, with that
Ooh.
fucking crit.
Oh!
God damn!
This,
Good
so
job.
you can
Sorry.
see that this was a trader. This is big cart. Like, if you look at how big you are, size of the cart, it's huge. This was, you can tell instantly by looking at it. This used to belong to a trader. This was like a trading caravan kind of cart. You can see that there's like a part of the back where it would hook up to another cart. So you can see this was intended to be part of a cart train, actually, but it's no longer is. You can even tell by looking really close, or just because your eyes are just good enough, that there was a name stitched into it, like the name of the traders maybe stitched into the side, like an advertisement, but it's been pulled off, like the broidery is gone, so it doesn't actually say who the cart belonged to anymore. Do you actually look inside the cart, or are you just looking outside the cart?
Both.
Okay, you pull it out, you look inside. There are a bunch of sleeping arrangement items thrown off, bedrolls, essentially. There's loads of like little trinkets and stuff in there. You can kind of tell maybe when Hoot won this, maybe Hoot won what was inside as well as the cart itself. There are food provisions in there. There's as you can see, there are loaves of bread. There's some wrapped cheeses. You can see there's quite a lot of rations in there, basically. There's some old weapons that maybe aren't really up for war or fighting anymore, but maybe you could sell them, get a few bit of gold from it. There's plenty of room in there. You can tell, even though there's quite a few of you, if you all went in and kind of positioned yourself right, you could all sleep in there.
Okay.
Can I roll for investigation? Or is that everything we all know? Or does
I think that's everything, dude. She rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
He wants to roll to see if he notices Seymour right behind him.
damn it, get that fucking car away from me?
Roll an investigation for me, Dar.
Oh no.
Do it.
You notice this horse has a massive cock.
Why are you staring at it?
Dar, that's inappropriate.
Oh,
Wait,
Don't
can
look at
the
the
others
horse like
notice that Dara's staring at the horse stick?
Oh, God.
Roll perception.
I'm
There
rolling
we go.
perception.
Come on, please.
Yeah!
If
You
ever-
noticed! You noticed that he was just staring at that horse dick!
Yeah.
Sierra just gets this massive look of disgust on her face, and she's like, "Would you stop staring at the
Is-
horse's dick,
Wow,
you
that's
nasty
is-
fucking
Is,
perv!"
is 14 is 14 enough?
No,
Is 14
no,
She
no.
quickly goes to stand
Okay.
by Hoot, and she's just like, "Please keep him away from me. He's ick."
Oh my gosh.
The
Can I-
only
See-
person...
Seymour's looking at you like just.
No, the only person that noticed was Insira. I did give
But
that...
she did say it out loud because she
I-
was so disgusted.
I'm just
Not even
saying...
Seymour was like right
No,
there.
no, not even
Oh,
Seymour.
okay. Oh, okay.
So, Floric will make his way on top to the little area where they have the reins for the horses, and they will sit up there, and they will gesture to pulling like the curtain behind, and say, "There's a way in through here, and there's a way in through the back if you want to hop in and maybe get some sleep."
Last one in the cart has to sleep next to Dar.
Ah!
Oh!
Oh shit.
Oh no, Seymour has to sleep next to Dar.
Oh, that
trying
could be
to
a
move
bad
his
though.
trying to move his token, and it keeps moving the whole map.
Jeez, why was wrong with my token mouse? Jeez. Why?
Before we head to
Crap.
sleep,
Away from me?
Yes.
No,
please,
he's-
sleep.
Seymour's gonna sit directly on your head while you sleep now. He's gonna give it a little. He's gonna give it a little tinkle while you sleep.
Why is your
as-
crab giving the orc a hand job?
And this fucking...
It's not a very pleasant one. I'll tell you that much.
Well, why does it look like he's enjoying it?
God.
Okay,
Oh, God.
right. So before,
Yaxper
Yes.
sits down.
so
Uh,
right, what I would like you to do. This is gonna sound a little bit strange, but remember what I told you. I would like you all. Let me just make sure that it's cleared from last time. Yes, I would like you to all roll initiative. Don't worry, a fight isn't happening. I want to do some stuff, and I want to have a turn order for when individuals are
Damn.
doing it. Jesus,
Okay.
that was bad.
16.6?
Yeah, they have a thing on which means that they're when a roll off happens, they add a percentage to it so that it's to see who wins. Has everyone rolled? So I see Dar. I see. Why did Seymour roll?
That's what I said. Like it rolled for Seymour. It's
Okay.
dead.
So
Maddie gave me that.
all right. So Caitlin, you need to roll, and then I will.
Roll.
I didn't see it.
Did you click on your token?
Oh, forgot to click on my dang token. It's a 12, so I'm gonna roll again and just
Yeah,
put a
roll
12.
again, and I'll change it to 12. What you get higher now?
Oh, I have to click the.
Is this deciding? Is this deciding who gets to say their thing first before we leave?
Yes.
Okay.
You've managed to work it out. So
I was gonna be so upset because I was like, I should have fucking checked Arcana. Like I'm so fucking paranoid after the first.
Fuck! You're
first
right.
image.
Should have
so
Arcana
tight.
checked. You should have
Right.
Arcana checked Dar as he looked at the horse's dick.
right, so Dar, you are up now. This is your time. No one else, please say anything. This is for Dar to do what he wants to do. You can do anything up to you guys going to sleep. I will be very nice because I have explained there is rations and provisions inside the cart. You eat what is in the cart. You do not need to worry about the fact that you don't have any rations. You've got rations from in there. There are water skins in there. You can drink waters from there. I'm not going to penalize you for something like that. But that being said, Dar, you can do whatever you want from now up until when your character goes to go to sleep.
Dar notices that Hera is in the tree and away from the group, and he goes over to her.
Okay,
Yeah.
gonna stop you a second. You notice that Hera is not with the group. I need you to roll either a perception to see where they are, or an investigation to find where they are, so that you actually know where they are. You can see that they're not with the group. Wonderful. With that perception, you can see that in the foliage of that tree, amongst the leaves, there's just a slight hint of a much darker green, and you can tell that is the hair of Hera. So you have seen that she's in the tree.
Okay, well, Dar just bites his lip and says, "Let's get this over with," and walks over to the tree and just says, "Okay, I know this has been a long day. I'm going to apologize, and I just... Oh, God.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah!
Hold on. Take 2 points of damage. As you come towards the tree and you start talking, an apple gets flung at you and hits you square in the face.
That wasn't me!
Yeah, it would have been at the back of my head if it was. Ow.
That's what you think. He threw it clear across the world.
Yeah, like he boomeranged that shit.
So, you were saying what you were saying, and then out of nowhere, perhaps because you were concentrating on what you were saying, a apple just comes right out of the tree, hits you square in the face. Apple juice is running down your face. What do you say now?
That is fair. That is valid. You don't have to isolate yourself. I'm going to ask a bit of a personal question. What was your resume like, and what did Vera tell you about me?
You hear like a physical sigh. You can see from where you are that in her hand is another apple, but you don't need to worry. She's not throwing it at you. She just takes a bite out of it. Well, what exactly do you mean by resume?
Have you dealt with other
Stupid people.
paladins like myself?
I'd like to offer my application.
Have you dealt with other cases like myself?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not new to this. Like, I was a fae spirit. I've dealt with other workers of Vera. Like, you're not the first time that I've actually had to help someone.
And I'm going to assume this is the first time you gave up your immortality for them, though.
Yes, this is the... Think before you ask a question.
Yeah, that's... this is going to be a bit rough. I'm just... to my second question, what did she say about me when she assigned you to me?
She didn't really assign me to you. The judge assigned me. He's my boss. He assigned me to you. He told me that you were making stupid mistakes and just fragrantly ignoring the oaths you made, and that I was to keep an eye on you, and if things got too bad, I needed to report them. What you did.
Got assigned by a second party.
Yeah, you know, like how a commander gives orders to their troops.
Yeah, good dig, also fair. Okay, there's no easy way to say this, so I'm just gonna rip the bandage right off. I took oath to Vera out of pride.
Are you actually using that as an excuse right now?
It's not an excuse. It's oh God, I'm trying to confess, and I haven't done it in so long. God, I'm bad at it now. Fuck.
now.
Well, and you see she takes another bite of the apple. Well, okay, what exactly are you trying to confess to me?
Pride, weakness.
Maybe
I've
you have no place being a paladin then?
funny thing. Everyone else thought that. I said, "Fuck that! I'm gonna do it to prove everyone wrong." And I went to confess this to Vera, and she humored me for a very long time, to the point where I actually got good at it for 5 years. And then I take one solo mission, and I fucked up completely, face first.
Well, I agree very much with that last part.
Kind of now realizing, thinking back to my days at the Academy, I'm still the weakest link. I'm trying to figure out why I was made the leader of my group back home, and I'm also kind of concerned if they're going to come after me now. Prior customs. And oh boy, are these band of misfits not going to like that.
So, as you say that, you see that Hera takes a deep sigh. She's eating an apple. I was eating an apple, by the way, just because I was hungry, but I felt like, fuck
it. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of doing a pretty good job there. I mean, like,
the lines between worlds blurs.
Can Wilkes smell the apple juice?
No.
Oh.
What do you think he's
Sadly.
like? You think he's like that one guy in Hannibal Lecter, where he's just
I-
against the
I-
glass?
I-
I can smell your pussy. Like,
Yes, I think he's like a bloodhound.
That's not true. Because Wolf doesn't know what one of those things are.
So, okay, Hera, you can see she's eating an apple. She sighs, she looks down, and she goes, "Listen, I'm mad at you because you keep making the same mistakes over and over and over. I thought that if I did the right thing and gave you a chance that other people weren't giving you, you might step up. But nothing I've seen since they took your powers away has made me feel that I did the right thing. You're not stepping up. I give it to you that you're doing the right thing by actually telling me this and by admitting this to yourself. But you can't just do something just because you want to prove other people wrong. Because then all you do is prove that their opinion of you mattered more than your opinion of yourself. You're trying to show that you can do whatever you want, but you're not doing whatever you want. You're doing what other people want you to do. And you can't live a life doing things just because you want to prove other people wrong, because at the end of the day, that's the best way of saying that what they think matters more than what you think.
there.
You're bound to this. You're bound to this quest of redemption now anyway. They're not gonna let you just get away from it. So whether or not you complete it and get your oath back, that's up to you. But you're gonna have to complete it anyway. I don't know a whole bunch about your village. I have helped paladins and clerics from Vera from different walks of life. But if what I know is correct, yeah, they're probably sending someone after you because you've put a possibly massive stain on that village, and you've maybe even put a target on their heads. I mean, all I know about the Red Sands is that it's awfully territorial. And think of it this way. If there's a bunch of wolves, and one of the wolves shows weakness, what do you think's going to happen? The wolf that is your village just bowed down to the authority of a foreign power. I don't know what's happening with your village. I lost my abilities to be able to see things like that the moment they took my Fey powers away. I'm lucky they even gave me this body. And they gesture towards the ears and like showing that they have some kind of elven, bloodhood. They go, they could have just made me another human. But for some reason, in whatever wise decision they made, they gave me a Fey-ish body. So, I don't know, but if something is going on in your village, I don't think it's good. And if they are sending someone after you, all you've got until they find you is time. So, maybe start thinking about what you're going to do when they actually find you.
So, the gods weren't at war or anything with each other, were they? Before you got cut off?
Not that I knew of. Like, Vera was busying herself with something, I don't know what. And I don't know what the other gods do because I'm not connected to them. I was only connected to Vera. I know that she went from happily languishing in the summer court and seeing to her gardens to suddenly being away from everyone, and no one really knew why. But I don't know what she's doing.
The only reason I ask is everyone's making it sound like it's the end times. Last thing I need to be worrying about is gods fighting each other, or anyone needs to be worrying about that for that matter. It's just
I don't know if it's the end times, but for all I know, it could be. The last bit of things I remember is having seen those dragons flying and the goblins coming out and possible threats of war all over the place. If it was the end times, this is what I'd picture it being.
We're gonna make this right, Hera. I really do it. I really am sorry from the bottom of my heart. Jolly green and everything.
If you wanna
Someone shoot me!
If you
just can't stop yourself.
If you want to, you know what the worst part is? Like before he said that, I was like, "This is it, boys. This is the solid, fun role play that I was waiting to come out." Serious.
Oh no, it's been so good until the final two things.
And I was like, "He's gonna have inspiration. I've got to give him inspiration." My jolly green heart. Oh, there goes the inspiration.
That's some I would have said, not you.
Hera places the apple against her forehead and goes,
Alright, I thought some levity would have been good.
I'm not stuck with you, but... And she gestures for you to move a little bit closer towards the tree. Do you move closer?
Throws the apple again.
Yeah.
The Lannisters send their guard. Stat. So
your orc village sends their regards.
Yeah. Evergreen sends their regards. So do you move?
Lindsay sends her regards.
Do you move closer? Because I'm not seeing you move closer. All right.
I'm trying, but okay. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So As you come in, she leans down because she's on a branch above you. She leans down towards you and says, "That Azamar, there's something not right about him. I can see them going, but I also look in their eyes and I see that they're determined to do something. And maybe that kind of determination is what we need if this really is the end times. So until I change my mind, I'm sticking with whatever this redemptionist group is."
Okay. Thank you. Going forward, since you're mortal, are you aware of any food allergies you might have?
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Hashtag, please, I can't.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
No, he can't. He's gonna die.
You're gonna get another fucking apple right into your fucking face.
That's
There,
4 damage.
Take 4 damage, you fucking moron. Do you have any allergies?
That was a fair question.
Fucking
No, it isn't.
Hera shakes her head, and you can see that
Turn.
she's done with you right now. So
She has
Have a
now
good night.
decided. She has now decided against going with us
right.
because of that stupid ass question.
So are you returning to the back of the car?
Dar says goodnight. Turns
Okay.
to the card.
Okay, wonderful. So that's so. You know what?
Wow.
You
Holy
you
shit.
kind of fucked it up a little bit at the end, but for genuine good role playing, admitting that you were wrong, coming up with the idea that your character was actually maybe being prideful in taking the oath, and coming to terms that maybe you're not paladin material, please gain inspiration.
Okay, I already have one. Do I take a second or?
No, I'm capping it at
No,
1.
fuck you.
I'm capping it at
Okay.
1. Right. Nirastine, it is your time to do what you will before your character not goes to sleep, because you don't sleep before your character starts to enter their trance.
I asked Dar what's all that white stuff on his face. Did you have a little bit too much private time?
Can I look it off you?
Someone hand me a rag.
Can I attempt to lick the apple juice off Dart's face?
Make a deck save, Dar!
Oh god damn it!
No. Okay, okay. Either do athletics or acrobatics to see if you can get away from Wilk trying to lick your face. That's a weird fucking sentence. Right, Wilk, do an athletics to see if you can beat that athletics.
I don't think I will, but let's see.
Well, it's not. It's a
do it.
12. It's not. Yeah.
Oh shit! Wow.
You try to hold him off, but he's a massive hulking Goliath, and he's licking the
Look,
apple juice
look.
off your face.
He
Look,
holds
look.
you down
Rag.
while he does it.
Rag,
Look.
just get a rag now. This is. Ugh.
He's like a chimp picking off fleas off another chimp just to
This-
help him out.
This is my party, everyone. We go from deep, meaningful roleplay in which someone explains that maybe they took the oath that wasn't right for them, to one of the characters licking apple off their face.
This feels like something my mother should cover my ass from. Oh, have I been quiet for a bit, by the way? I think my mic got knocked out.
Yeah, you were quiet. For
Yeah.
You've been
For
pretty
how-
quiet for a while.
for how-
Yeah. 'Cause
Well, it's hard to tell because we've been typing in chat for a while,
Yeah.
so we were trying to
Yeah.
be quiet.
I was laughing during the whole big thing. Was
Oh,
that
that's right.
Oh, that's why you
Quiet for a while then.
fuck?
Right,
You're basically me at the last session at the beginning.
right.
I
So
actually because I'm so used to like deception and trickery. Like, what would I roll to see if Floric's using like a disguise, like if it's not really him, would that be insight?
you can do an insight, or you can do an arcana to see if there's anything magical going on, or you can do an insight, or you can maybe try talking to them. Maybe.
I don't want to outright talk to him
Them.
to raise suspicion, so I'll do insight.
Yeah, insight on them. There's, you can tell their physical aspects have changed, and you can tell that their demeanor has changed. But you don't see this as a different person. You can still see parts of who they are there. It just seems that you very much understand that harsh times and harsh events change individuals, and can change how they act, who they are, to their very core. And you can tell very much that all the stuff that has happened over the last 2 months. Because remember, you guys were just in and out for 2 months. Floric wasn't in and out for 2 months. They were doing this and doing that and trying to get a hold of you guys. So your insight tells them that it is in fact them, but it's almost as if it's a different form of them because of all that's happened. That person that you met at the beginning, it's not quite that person anymore. But they are actually Floric. That is Floric Morningstar. It's just that they've changed because of events.
Okay, I simply tell them that when I'm done with my trance, if either one of them needs to sleep, I can take over for one of them. Simply because I don't need as much rest as the other people do.
Roll perception for me.
Ooh.
Hoot is asleep. Hoot is sat up. Hoot is sat up next to Floric, but he's asleep.
The sleepy owl.
I tell Floric then specifically if he needs sleep, then I can take over for him whenever I'm done with my resting phase.
Floric.
As a note, by the way, when Dar said the really stupid thing, I gave Joxper 11 points of psychic damage, which was a thing I committed to, but I guess no one heard it at the time. But you can check my number if you want to see.
No, I'm good. Okay, so Neurostine, is there anything else particular you would like to do, or is that all for now?
Just continuing to go through Malcolm's notes before I rest.
Right, so I don't have them all typed out. I will have them typed out. But
I also take the pen that I do have because it's in my bag, it's in my notes.
Yeah.
And I'm actively changing things to correctly
what happened.
To correctly correspond with what actually happened.
So, you notice that in the story, like, just from reading it, brief things that are of note, a lot of the conflicts, even the ones that were really quite big, have been grandized. If you fought 3 skeletons, it was now 7.
I don't change that part. I just change who was actually there. So, like, if it mentions a human paladin, I change it to a half-orc paladin. If it mentions who the cleric is, I change that.
Yeah.
Like, I change who the adventurers are, but I keep the grandstand of the enemies to keep in touch with who Malcolm actually is.
Yeah, that's totally fine. You notice that there are some times when, when it discusses the Skull Ranchler situation, it notes that Wilk went down. It notes that, well, it doesn't say names, but it says that the hulking Goliath went down. The strange but mystical Furbolg was the first to fall, but then it goes on and it says that you all got knocked out, and then that he came in as a shining gallant knight and defeated the rest of the horrendous beasts, and then he rose you all up one by one. There's like a little bit that's kind of scribbled out. Roll investigation, and I can, if you do well enough, I'll tell you what he's tried to scribble out.
Okay.
No, you can't quite see it. You see the word drow and wench, but you don't see what else is said.
Unfortunately, I keep that part because that's a very Malcolm thing to keep.
Yeah. You can't quite see what else has been scribbled out, but you kind of can make out that the word drow is part scribbled out, and wench, you can't quite tell anything else.
Okay.
Right. Is there anything else for you?
Nope.
Wonderful. Right. Seymour. aka Yuxpa. It is your turn.
Well, he reaches into his pockets and pulls out some slips of paper and goes, well, while everyone was off doing other things, I decided to get us nice and organized. I've written down a list of all the things we need to do, and I've written a physical version of our quest log for everyone that they can add to in universe, because I thought that would be fun.
I assume you kind of kept some of like the stranger things out, so like it's very in universe. So it's like clear our names, like clear our names. Find the golden dragon. Find the wounded raven. Aid Dar in his quest for redemption. Stop the Lux priesthood. Stop the goblins. Investigate the goings on in the Underdark. Find Tortoise, friend.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be custom, and people can mentally adjust.
You won't have kill Lolf because Nerstein has not disclosed that she wants to kill Lolf.
Exactly, but that might be on Nerstein. And so now people can.
When I get my sheet, I add that to it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So if you want to roll perception, you might notice that I'm adding something specific to it.
Well, if he takes the paper back, you'll see it anyway.
I'm not taking them back. I'm letting us all keep them.
Okay.
They're individual. They wrote 5.
Oh, you wrote 5 out? Oh, okay. All right, wonderful.
Yeah, one for everybody.
Do you have anything else to say?
I hope you all keep yours in whatever condition you want. You could do whatever you want with it. Yeah, I'm happy to come along. I think this will be fun.
You now have a Yaxpa on your team.
Yeah.
Is it a shiny?
No, it's not.
Is it a yak?
It's got good IVs though, so it's not shiny, but it's got good IVs.
Oh man.
Right.
I guess I'll have to do.
Right. So if there's nothing else that Yaxpa would like to do, Incineroar, it is your turn. Please feel free to do whatever you feel your character would do at this time before they go to sleep. Obviously, your character is eating, has eaten, will eat, whatever way you want to do it. They have had something to drink, yada, yada, yada.
I would like to read the book.
Would like to go to sleep. Good night, bitches.
Because I'm done with y'all. I'm going to sleep. Don't you wait.
She's honestly just like between fucking exploring this cave, dealing with all of this shit. She's just like, I just want a few minutes of peace, even if it's just in my own damn head.
Okay then. Wilk won't. This is your time, if you know what I mean.
Alright, so Wilk.
No.
She's still awake a little bit. She's listening to everybody, but she'll be going to sleep shortly, so she's here.
Wilk goes out of the caravan and goes behind this tree here, right here, and then suddenly he pulls out of his right hand from his pocket and notices that there's a patched up wound, looking like he's in rough condition, stitching himself together with like the weird tendrils and stuff he had, but he looks more like a patched sock puppet. He's also coughing very badly as well. Want looks at Wilk and says, "It took you long enough. Were you busy figuring what rat had a brain smaller than yours?" Wilk asks, "Gee, that seems pretty mean." "Shouldn't be, since my face was smashed in the back end of your pocket for what felt like days. Do you know what that's like? Do you know that pain?" I don't know. Do I have to answer? "It's like someone wrapping a potato sack around your head filled with rocks. Sorry, large, sharp, pointy rocks, with each sharp end banging against your head." "That doesn't make sense. I rub my head against large, pointy rocks all the time, and I don't see that as a problem." "That does not... Anyway, why did you summon me? Is it because you get a laugh out of seeing these scars?" And he shows them the scars, obviously the little sewn patch marks. "As the literal fabric of my existence rips itself apart."
Oh my God.
"Seems like you haven't learned a thing. Well, not a gosh darn thing." "But I have been a good sock. My weather predictions had even been spot on. One weatherly reporter finished his report after violently beating up folk. That doesn't seem very weatherly of you. Maybe do some actual reporting. You don't understand my craving. Our cravings. I crave bloodshed in order to satisfy the gods so they can break the sky. You crave a liquidized fruit that only gives you a tummy ache. Did you say tummy ache? Yes. Oh God, I did say that. This is all your fault, Will. Even my morality is not balanced. But you love hurting people. That seems more busted for your morality than the oven I tried fixing with the tomahawk. My foresight might be wavering. I can't be a prophet if it means taking away my polysthetic, given the right to punch goblins till they faint. Now, notice how you didn't say die. Don't call me a detective. In fact, I may have to do an arcana check. But I think I can find fault in your reasoning there, buddy. Maybe there is. No, wait! It can't be that I'm changing. Are my dreams just nothing more than a doormat for you to step on, Wilk? Am I just the dusty doormat for you? Doormats are for stepping on. They're for wiping your hands with, silly, so you don't track handprints in the house. Now I have a question for you. I hate you so much. But ask. Are you going to behave and be a good sock? Oh, sweet stone sock. I will behave once you go chug on some high-grade bread poison. You know what? If it means getting out of my comfort zone to try new things in for this crazy world, then by golly, I will. Maybe it's your charisma wearing on me, or perhaps these googly eyes have failed me to see just how truly unique you are. I don't understand you. I don't want to understand you, and I loathe every single word that comes out of your mouth. Like you're now coughing up its supper into tiny bone pieces. Disgusting. My detective instincts will tell me that you are having a change of heart. See how good I am at detective reasoning? You said duck. Seems like my choice is set. Alright, I'll join back up with the band of fools. Hooray! Under the condition that I get to doodle on Dar's face. Deal! They both shake hands. Well, basically, Woke is shaking his left hand with his right hand. But anyway, before they depart to regroup, Juan says one last thing. Perhaps that elf was sadly right. What was that? Nothing. Pay no attention to me. Drink your apple juice. I did. Dar's face was tasty. And then...
Can I roll to have seen if I heard that?
Standing ovation.
Yeah, I'm giving you a standing ovation.
Yeah. A little bit of that was improvised, by the way.
It was good. So I had, so first of all, obviously, if you do not have inspiration, please gain inspiration for that. That was fantastic. Second of all, I had the script for this for ages. It was better actually hearing it than reading the script. It was so much better. The script was great, but then hearing it is a whole other thing. Fantastic. Please gain inspiration for that.
For some reason, I kind of assumed Sam wrote most of that.
Yeah, Sam did write that. That's what I'm saying. He sent me the script to OK. He said hey, and you're welcome to do that. If there's any kind of things that you want your character to do, and you want to write a script for it, send the script to me. I'll look over it. I'll give you the OK. Sam did this with this. He said he won't to come back. He had a way of doing it, but he wanted me to OK it. So he sent me the script of basically everything you just saw. There were some slight improvisations.
There were. Based on what just happened, I figured they'd be appropriate.
And for all those listening, that was a yet another. I don't know where you find all of these covers of What Is Love, but it's apparently it's your theme now, I guess.
It's their theme, yeah.
So yeah, it was
fucking incredible.
So Wilk is going to introduce Want back to everybody right now. This is where Want comes back.
And then
however,
let me see if I can actually get the art for one, because I very specifically kept Want's art like his...
Oh.
No, not new art. Don't get all hyped.
Okay.
I
I was about to
very,
say.
I very much kept one like away from you. Like that's why there was no token for one. Reminder to everyone who's new.
Jesus.
This was what. This is one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
that's
as
our boy.
soon as Insira sees Want come back, she's just like, oh fuck, immediately just rolls over, uses just like any sort of covering to cover her face and like, good night. Good night, all of you. Good night.
What
See
I'm
you in the
actually
morning.
gonna do is I'm gonna delete you and I'm gonna put the token where it's the two of you. Cause that.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Right.
Oh my god!
Perfect.
Oh
Perfect.
god.
I'm so happy you did that. I'm so
She's
happy.
just rolled over and she's just like going, no.
Yeah.
Good night.
So
good night.
Yeah.
This is our residential Goliath Wilk and his strange fortune-telling weather reporter sock puppet friend won't. Friend in quotation marks.
This is what happens when you give a published author too much creativity.
Yeah, this is what happens when I give a published author who does great writing. Please check the link for a description so that you can please buy his book. I give a published author free reign and just go, yeah, I'll allow it, to practically everything they offer me.
Yep. But anyway, let me reintroduce Juan back to the group, and everyone, because no one has to do any roles. Everyone just straight up notices that Juan is defeated, and he obviously, his head's tilted downward, like he's kind of ashamed to be back, but he has to be. He's kind of hit. Sure. You notice.
I don't even understand what I'm looking at.
For Nerdsteam specifically, you notice that Juan's a punk ass bitch. Anyway.
Just to the point, Yaxper, you have seen wonder. You know where you can go, and you have seen wonders and images that would drive men mad just by looking at it. Ancient beings locked away for the sanity of not the people of the world, but of the sanity of the universe itself. You don't know what the fuck you're looking at.
What the fuck am I? I've seen a lot of weird things, especially over the last 4 years. What the fuck is that?
Allow me to reintroduce my friend Juan. Hello, Juan. How are you doing? And then Juan starts hissing. Oh God, even I can't hiss that well anymore. I'm getting too old. Well, you're about the size of as old as an elementary student. What are you talking about?
Amazon link is in the Twitch chat.
Thank you. Anyway,
Plug in my friend's book, I guess.
Art just fucking freaks out, pulls out his axe. What the fuck is he doing back here?
oh hello there, sweetie. How have you been?
Whoa, is there something going on between you two? I should know that.
Okay.
Oh.
You
Wait,
can just hear Insira muffled under like a cloak or a blanket of some sort going, oh, no. Go
well,
to sleep,
that's
all of
right.
you.
Sorry.
Wilk, Sam, roll a charisma check.
Okay, let me do this.
Watch won't fucking seduce.
Yeah, you're real. You're creeped out by the way the won't is like sweetie to you. It makes you very uncomfortable.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
uncomfortable.
But Want notices that. Wait a minute, your scent's different. You're not holy anymore. It's like you've been purged. That saintliness. And when I mean saintliness, I mean that odor of lies is no longer among you. I do not want to look at you anymore.
Seymour is just doing that thing that dogs do, where he just looks up at Wilk and Want, and he just cocks his head.
Is that a fucking crab? What is that?
Oh my
It is. Thank you for noticing.
Wait, look, why are you looking at the crab like that? Have you two been having fun together? Oh God, you smell like that sushi you ate last Thursday. Oh, we just been having fun, you know, crab armor and stuff.
Fucking God, son of a shit!
I can't quite tell.
Listen. I still think Dar's a virgin. Like, he married his wife, and his wife convinced him of like the hot tub trick, and that was sex.
There are times where I'm like, are you more chaotic than my Friday group? It's the line. Every session, the line gets blurrier and blurrier.
What? Listen, we were just having fun. Don't look at me like that. I just like crab armor. But I gave you my silk. I gave you it.
Gave him a body possession, you parasite piece of shit.
Yeah, what Dar said.
And Sierra like uncovers her head and looks at Dar, and she's just like, Dar, maybe don't talk to the person who whooped your ass.
And I whooped his ass in return.
No,
You didn't.
Whoa, buddy, that's a non-canon logic there.
You
Listen,
healed him.
Hey, you healed his ass.
you soothed me. You made me strong.
Dar grabs his fucking pillow and a blanket and leaves the
would
bar.
do something like that. That seems really stupid to me.
Listen, Want's still trying to adjust. He can't handle the fact
Quick, Floric, leave!
Map-wise, it looked like Want just booted Dar through the side of the caravan.
I mean, we can do that.
Look, everybody, Want's here, and I know he has trust issues, but he has gotten better. You want to know why he's gotten better? Oh, I dare you to try, motherfucker. I dare you. And then Wilk takes his hand and fucking, like, tries to, like, put it over his mouth, like, as if he was, like, covering a beak. As fucking... it's like remember during the VGAs where, during that Muppet segment, where, like... where, like, the goose from Untitled Goose Game was getting his mouth covered. That's basically what's happening right now. He's covering Want's mouth as he's writhing around, being hissing, and, like, noticeably everyone has seen that the power gap is established. Wilk is way stronger now than Want. Wilk has regained control of Want.
He has regained control, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, what's the use? I can't. I guess I have to be friends with everybody here. Even that crab, which looks mighty tasty, but
Good crab.
Oh, eating Seymour! Dar yells as he outside the cart.
I don't even like Seymour.
You've been shitting on him since you got here!
Why are you even outside the cart?
As I'm creeped the fuck out.
Drive off without him right now!
hurry, let's go. Let's get on it.
He's fucking
tainted
running
now.
after the cart. He's fucking running after the cart like Tobey Maguire.
Alright,
Stop the car! Stop the car!
Anyway, listen, everybody. Want also has something he wants to say. Say it,
no.
Want. No, it's not no sexual innuendo involved. Apparently,
I don't.
I just want to say that I guess I'm sorry, and that's more of an apology you'll get than from Dar.
Excuse you?
I mean, it's kind of
looks
true.
and Sierra just looks at Walt and says, "Dude, we're good, especially if you fucking whoop Dar's ass again. Good night. Good night."
Oh, give me an opportunity, and I will.
I have to say, I feel like we're getting the better end of the deal with you than him.
No, he's a changed stock,
Right.
a changed person.
So is
No, I meant with Want than Dar.
right. Is everyone now going to rest?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So you all go to sleep. You will gain the benefits of a long rest. Please gain the benefits of a long rest. So,
Hooray!
benefits of a long rest. You get your health goes back up to maximum. You get up to half of your hit dice that you've used back. You don't get all of them. All of your spell slots recharge. All of your abilities recharge. You are good to go.
Forgot how fucking crazy my health was now.
Don't forget to actually add all your hit dice back because
Not all of
roll
them.
20.
You only get half of your hit dice.
Oh yeah, that's right. But you have to make sure you add those back because roll 20 doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to manually redo that.
Okay.
I don't think I knocked them down before.
I am strangely missing a token that I should have. That's very strange.
Sam, how many versions of Baby Don't Hurt Me do you know?
I don't want to know.
I
I want it to be a surprise.
Please tell me that since Dar didn't actually get back in the cart, we left him.
No, the cart isn't moving.
I want to know how you get night vision on your or dark vision on yours.
Should be in settings, right?
There is a setting
Like
set up.
I checked settings and it's not there.
There's something. When I make the map, I have to add certain things
Oh, okay.
to it. So you may see a second me pop up in a second. By the way, it's just because I'm missing a token that I was supposed to have for one thing, and I have no idea why it's not there. So I'm gonna on the fly add that token back, and I don't want to add it back on the other one, on the stream one. So I'm going to open up a second one and add it back real quick so that even the people watching can't see what I'm adding. Wonderful. Okay, I can now exit out of that second.
Yeah.
Right, so you're all having a wonderful, nice sleep. Except for you, Dar, you're not having a wonderful, nice sleep.
Yeah, you're outside the cart.
So you are outside the cart sleeping. It is now the dead of night. You, however, feel restless. You feel like you can't sleep. Every time you try, you're tossing and you're turning, and you wake up. You wake up in the middle of the night, you can't sleep. What are you going to do?
I try to get back in the cart and make sure everyone's okay.
How long has it been since we've started sleeping?
About, I'm going to say 2 hours. About 2 hours. So are you going to try and get back into the cart? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I check on Floric, see if he's alright.
So Floric is asleep at this point. Hoot is still asleep. Companions of the group, would you all be asleep? Or do you think you would be awake at this point?
Wand is still awake, but he's not looking at Dar, sadly. He's just slithered off into, a corner.
He's still disgusted.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So let me see if I can do this. So you try to get in, but something isn't right. You don't feel like you want to go back in the cart. Something is calling you towards the oh wow, I found a really neat trick. Something is calling you towards the cave. Like there's a feeling in the pit of your stomach that's like there's something calling you out over towards the cave. Do you go towards the cave?
I debate it, I fight it. I just say no. I'm not going back in there.
Okay,
No.
so you want to fight it. Roll me.
A death save.
No, I'm trying to think what to fight your own instincts. Roll me a Constitution save at disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
While he's doing this, because a trance has me semi-conscious, could I be somewhat aware of him
No.
struggling to try and get back in the cart?
No,
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
you fail. something is pulling you towards this, towards the entrance. Like, it's pulling you, and you can't fight it. You have to go towards it.
This isn't right. Fuck, does this have anything to do with that contract I made? Shit. Hera up.
Hera is not answering you.
Fuck, shitty cupcakes. Why can I not control my legs?
Do you want to try to... Right. Do you want to try to wake someone?
Yes.
Who do you want to try to wake?
Wake the drow.
Wake Neristine.
Alright. You go up to Neristine. How do you want to try to wake her? Did he just leave? Did he just leave? Did he just fucking leave?
Wait, what? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Did he actually just leave?
I think his internet just shat.
No,
Oh my god.
No, he's right here.
What
I
if-
see him here.
what-
He's doing the...
But what if his
Oh, but
what if-
no,
what
his
if-
thing's
what if his
lit
fucking
up, but he's not saying shit.
what if his fucking hotspot just died?
Oh, he's muted himself. He's
Why
muted
is he muted?
himself.
Wait.
Wait, he's back. Hold on.
Fucking crashed. Goddamn.
I lit up. We can
Right,
hear
you're
him.
back in it. Right. You're trying to wake up Neristine. How do you try to wake up Neristine?
I do the one thing I know that will piss her off. I put my hand on her shoulder.
No, we can't hear you.
No, I heard it.
We can hear him.
Oh,
I heard
shit.
him.
Hold on, I gotta
Right.
fucking hang up.
You put your hand on her shoulder. There's no response.
Yes.
There's no
Okay, now I
response.
can hear him.
There's no response. What do you do now?
Fuck. I try hoot. Shake him.
You go to shake him. Roll me a strength. Roll me a strength check.
Dislocate his shoulder.
I swear, if you heard hoot, you get the boot.
You can't move him. You try to shake him with all of your might, but he's not moving.
What's going on?
You're still feeling that calling towards the cave.
Oh, no. This isn't right.
Assume your position as jailer.
Oh.
Assume your position.
No. Don't tell me it's the fucking contract. Floric?
Inmates.
What are you trying to do with Floric?
I'm trying to wake him. I shake him, like both hands.
Do
Full
me-
strength.
Do me another strength save. Strength check. No, they're not moving. It's like trying to move. It's like trying to move pure stone melded into the earth. It's impossible. You can't move them.
My jailer.
Roll me a perception.
Oh my god.
Disadvantage or normal?
Just normal. Just normal.
Come to me, my jailer.
It's not great, but wait. People normally breathe when they're sleeping, right? Like their chest falls and rises. Wait.
What?
You can't see Floric breathing.
Oh shit, Zeroldo.
Oh no. Oh no. No.
Time, stop!
You may be stupid, but you're still my jailer.
Oh shit.
You look to who? The exact same.
Oh.
You look to who? The exact same. Who?
Look at the whole group.
Yeah, exact same. Every one of them. Pure motionless. Not breathing.
Oh no.
You feel the call towards the cave entrance. It grows every second that you're trying not to
Go to the
towards it.
cave, you scared ass motherfucker.
Like, please don't. Please let it be Gaul. Please let it be Gaul. Please let Gaul be able to fix this. Like, fuck, shitty cupcakes. Shitty cupcakes with buttercream frosting and base sprinkles.
And
What the fuck is going on?
Are
What
you
the fuck is happening?
move
Did you say
towards?
titty?
He did say titty sprinkle. Move
The
towards
Lord
the
did not give me
cave.
the strength.
Oh,
I'm gonna say this: if he wasn't willing to fix it when you were talking to him, he's not gonna fix it now.
Right. You go towards the cave, and you see this figure. A giant of a woman. Paled green is her skin. Long and flowing red is her hair. You can see that there are leaves growing in her hair. There is a part of her head that is actually almost as if it's becoming a branch. Almost as if it's becoming a tree.
Girl, if you're stacked with tits and ass, you better run, because he gonna be on you.
Roll me...
religion or history?
Roll me religion at advantage.
Roll a boner check.
Get on your knees, boy. This is your goddess.
Of course, the goddess would be poison ivy.
You instantly see this. You see this being, and
Poison ivy with Chun-Li thighs.
the moment, the moment you see this being, and you think for more than a second, you instantly know this is Vera. Vera is standing before the cave entrance in all her resplendent natural glory. She's standing right there before you, looking down at you. What do you do?
I dare you to call her Pamela.
What do you do?
I drop to my one knee.
Yep.
I bend the knee.
Yep.
Offer her a shitty cupcake.
Yeah, he said that.
Well, it's not as bad as I thought it was, but I feel like this is somewhat worse. Goddess. Hello.
Idiot. Hello.
Yes. I see you there, child. Dar of Clan Evergreen. Dar Grimlock. You have fallen quite far from the tree, haven't you?
Yes.
And hit every branch along the way.
Apologize. I am sorry for my treatment of Hera and what I've cost her.
My child, it is up to Hera to make their own decisions. I stand by the decision of every one of my fae spirits as they walk across this great green world. She knows what she is doing, and I trust in every one of her actions.
As do I. My doubt's been wavering, and I've had some time of reflection. I just have to ask, why did you humor me for so long?
I humoured you, Dar of Clan Evergreen, because while you are lost and looking towards the paths of others in an attempt to find your own, deep down inside, a spark of light still does shine. When one looks upon an acorn and only sees the acorn, they are blinded to see the great wood that would come from it.
I don't think I've read very well over these last few years.
You have made your mistakes, that is true. You have blundered on the path on many occasions, and have yet to find the one truly destined for you. But I now offer unto you a chance to redeem thyself in thine eyes and the eyes of your own people. I ask you if you would accept this final chance.
Yes.
Your resignation.
Accept.
I know that the path that you walk at the moment is in service to a friend looking for a relic once held close by someone you know and now lost into the hands of other beings. This relic holds more truth and power than you or even its owner truly knows, for it is this relic that in the hands of mad men will doom the world, but in the hands of those given to protect, it shall safeguard these realms of men and elf and orc against the void itself. But there is more than just its eye. I charge you, Dar of Clan Evergreen, to find the 7 pieces of the ancient void dragon, to ensure that they may never return to this world. If you find these 7 pieces and can ensure their protection, I shall ensure that the stain on your honor shall be removed for now, and that with the power I hold, Hera may once again walk the eternal gardens of the Summer Court. But do believe this, Dar Grimlock. If you fail, this world, these trees, this ground, shall wither and tremble in the face of almighty Ananis and the destruction of all life upon Drelek and the consumption of the multi-planes.
Fuck.
I will do my very best to see that that does not happen. I will complete this task. These labors.
You see her nod, and then as she nods to you, you wake up and it's morning and you never left the cart or outside of the cart.
Yeah.
It was all a dream, motherfucker!
Oh, that. Ooh, unclench.
Put it away.
I'm
Put it away.
Absolutely fucked.
Shadow, what is there to clench? Your asshole can't get any tighter than
Away.
Just to put in non-ASMR voice, you have been charged by your goddess Vera, and that was in fact Vera that stood before you. There's no need for an insight check or anything silly like that. That was the actual goddess herself standing before you.
Insight check.
You weren't even there, but okay.
Unless you can read fucking minds.
So you have been charged to find the 7 pieces of the Void Dragon Inanis to ensure that he may never return to this world again. For if Inanis returns to this world and the multi-planes themselves will be consumed.
Shit will be ananas.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. Is Dar awake at this point?
Yes, at this point, you awaken. Everyone else was awake before you. You may, based on what one character said, wake up with some scribbles on your face. But you do... you do in fact wake up. You wake up with the knowledge that you have been blessed by Vera's appearance, but also have this terrible burden of a unfathomably huge task now on your shoulders.
Dar's just fucking sweating hard bullets like fuck.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining that one wrote a Groucho Marx mustache and glasses
Yeah.
on Dar.
Oh boy. Dar just folds his blanket, wraps it around the pillow, and just puts it in the cart. Oh boy.
I have made sure
What
to
happened
tell
to you?
everybody not to mention the scribbles.
Okay.
I remember Wilkes saying it before I went to bed. Don't
No, you
worry.
don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't. That was outside a caravan.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
You don't
Oh,
shit.
that's right. My bad.
None
my
of us
bad.
heard that.
My bad. Okay, my bad.
Embrace whatever dick picture is on your face.
Dar then turns to looks for Hera, or look around for Hera.
Well, you can
I
see
just roll
Hera.
perception.
Hera's like right
Oh.
in front of you if you look at the map.
Sorry,
Like some
Well,
apple- like some apple juice.
I zoomed in. I zoomed in.
You would think with those glasses you'd be able to see her easily.
Wait! That one hurt me from across the bow. What the fuck?
Dar walks over to Hera. Morning.
Ricochet.
Yeah.
I received the labors.
Oh, you received your redemption quest.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Go kill a goblin war leader. Go renovate a church.
What do I have to do for it? Do I have to do a history check for
No.
the?
You were told what
Simmons?
to do.
Just repeat what you were told.
No,
Okay.
you literally
Oh, okay.
just woke up.
I like to
Okay.
imagine this conversation is actually happening.
Sorry. Like, I'm okay. I gotta work on the going back and forth between in game and out game. My bad. My apologies.
Kara's having a
Dar
lot of fun
said-
right now.
Yes.
Dar says to Hera, no, not that simple.
What have you got to do then? I don't know. Find.
We gotta
missing
find some dragon pieces.
dragon piece. Why on earth would Vera want you to find dragon pieces?
Repeat what you were told.
Find a Dragon Ball.
That's not something Vera would do at all. She has nothing to do with those isolationists.
We have to prevent Nemesis from returning. She said.
And Nemesis.
Ananas.
Who the f-
Menace.
Ananas.
Dennis the Menace.
Like bananas without the B.
Nanis.
Enenes. Do you want me to spell it for you?
He still wouldn't be able to pronounce it.
Are we having a library moment here with Hikara? Inanis. Okay, so
Yeah,
Inanis.
like bananas.
His pajamas. Yes. Hair.
No!
Remove your inspiration.
Vero wants us to find the pieces of Inanis and prevent them from falling into the wrong hands.
The moment.
Apparently,
Go on.
someone's trying to resurrect him.
The moment you
Or
say
better.
that, you see Floric immediately turn his head and said, "What did you just say?" No, you
Can I-
idiot. Say it again.
Can I roll a history check, see if I've heard that name?
Roll perception to see if you hear him talking
Okay.
about it. And then, yeah, you definitely heard him talking about it. Roll a history check. You would have heard as well. Right. So,
Yeah.
you know nothing. You've never heard of Nanis before.
Wow, at 23 I haven't heard?
Yeah.
Damn.
You have never heard of Nanis before.
Okay.
Floric.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So Floric points to you. Anyone, if you roll perception, anyone above a 10, because he wasn't trying to be stealthy, didn't make a stealth check. Anyone above a 10 would hear it. If you have a passive perception above 10, you would have had. Fuck me.
Wow!
Damn.
That's what I'm guessing.
It's why you brought him.
So 25. Do you want to know what you know?
What do I know?
Nothing.
Great.
Wow.
But you get a whopping crit.
You get a crit. Hey, Ananis is a name. Sounds like a name.
I think that's a name.
I'm gonna, before anyone else rolls it, it's impossible for you to know what this is.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is knowledge before you guys ever existed, before most of your races ever existed.
Okay, so it's old world knowledge.
It's old world knowledge.
Would a certain someone I know things?
Maybe.
Maybe the crit entitles me to be told some things at some point.
Maybe. But so Floric has pointed towards you, Dar, and went.
Dar looks over.
What did you say?
Nanis, my goddess, she gave me a dream vision and said I need to find the 7 pieces of Ananis and keep him from falling into the wrong hands, and keep him from being resurrected.
Who?
Said
who?
He was the
falling into the wrong. Who?
And
then who goes what? He goes, no, fuck off, who?
I'm glad you did that.
She didn't say who was trying to resurrect him or gather the 7 pieces. She just said he was a dragon of old and could end the multiplanes.
Right. Listen, Dar, I don't mean this with any offense, but you have a habit of saying the wrong thing at the worst possible time. Never mention that name out loud.
Like, you know who, or some nonsense.
Just never mention that name out loud. You can see. You don't need a perception or an insight. You can see that Floric is dead serious, like the most serious you've ever seen their face react. Like, never mention that name out loud.
Looks
a dragon like this exists, or existed.
Never mention that name out loud. That is not something that you or any of them should know.
Okay. Alright. Hera, does this check out?
Hera looks as confused. She's like, I've never heard of this name before.
You don't know who this is?
She shakes her head. I've never.
So we're supposed to find 7 pieces of a dragon we aren't supposed to know about or never heard of?
I guess so.
Dragon that can end the multiplayer. That's not possible.
Floric is just staring at you.
Crisis on Infinite Dar incoming.
Oh, and Dar just looks over at Floor like, "You're serious? There's a okay. Wait, does anyone have a water skin? I'm. Oh boy."
Floric looks at you all, and you can see he's preparing the reins for the horses, and he says, "Dar, you, Green, Hera, get in the back. We're leaving now."
Shouldn't we check in with Gaul first or something?
No, we need to leave.
Okay. He gets in.
As he's preparing, they are preparing the reins for the horse carriage, and they'll does anyone speak Celestial?
Oh, I wish I did.
Anyone?
Sierra does.
No.
With some
Hello?
spellcasting.
No spellcasting. No.
Okay.
Insira, roll me a perception, please.
Oh, okay. Caitlin can't hear us.
Caitlin, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Roll perception, please. Pew.
Oh.
She's gone.
Marvelous.
You guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah, you couldn't hear me speaking. I was saying I speak
No,
English.
I heard you.
We heard you. We heard you.
Just
Oh, okay.
roll a perception for me. Oh, you know what? That's good enough. You all hear in Celestial, in a whispered voice, frantic and concerned, that Floric says, "May Lux have mercy on us all." And then what we're going to do is, I'm now going to give you guys a choice. We can stop here, not a problem. There are other maps, we can do other things, but we can stop here if you wish, or we can move forward towards the next map and the decision making that's going to happen. I will say this is
to Devin.
This is where decision making is going to happen. I will act it out, but Floric is essentially going to ask you where you want to go. There are loads of different places that you can go, and it's up to you guys to decide where you want to go. I'm going to change us over to the world map a second.
Give me a second. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay, yeah, if you want to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom now.
Yeah, the FF7 overworld theme kicks in.
Ultimately, it's up to you, Devin. I know you're not in the best of shape
I
today.
was actually about to write on the Discord how much more we were planning on.
Right, okay, well then what I'm going to do, for that, based on that and what Devin just said, I'm going to call it there. Slightly shorter session, but that's fine. We got a lot of nice, chunky roleplay stuff going on that I'm really happy with. I am going to give you, you will be told this in character, but I'm going to basically tell you this now so that you can start thinking for when we set up the next session. So if you look at the map, I'm going to ping you. You're here.
Okay.
This is Gaul's tomb. I have another map, but I'm not going to show you it. You got to zoom in.
Okay. There we go.
I'll keep. So, all right. This is Gaul's tomb. This is where you are right now. I have another map, but I'm gonna save that for when we do the next session. There is a few different places that you can go to now, based on what you guys want to do next. So, this here is a town called Freshall. That is technically the closest town to where you are. That is 2 days ride away. In your horse-drawn carriage, that's 2 days ride away. There is a large castle and keep called Deepmoor. That is maybe 2.5. If you really work the horses, you might get there in 2. But these are like the 2 closest places that you can get to next. So the decision is, where do you want to go? Do you want to go to Deepmoor Keep, or do you want to go to Freshall Village?
I'm assuming we would have asked Floric and Hoot, having most likely come up through that way, if they would have known if we were wanted there or not.
Okay, well we'll discuss that for now, but just know that when we return with our next session, and we'll discuss when that will be, after today, tomorrow, whenever, you will have a decision to make about where you want to go, and this is where you need to think. You need to think about choices, about consequences, because where you go from here will drastically change how the story goes. But as we get to that, I'd like to thank all the people that came and listened. Big thank you especially to the DM from my Friday campaign came in here. They were the name of Fifi602. Really happy that they came in and listened. I don't know if they're still there. If they're not, it's cool. But it was really happy to have them here to kind of back me up as a DM and kind of just enjoy what I'm trying to spin. And again, thank you to everyone else who watched. I know for a fact that some of you guys in the chat, they are still here. Some of you guys in the chat do come from my Friday session and do come from my Tuesday session, and I always do like seeing you guys here, seeing my attempt at DMing. But again, everyone who listened to this, be it live or be it on the VOD, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed. I hope my players enjoyed. And I hope that as things go on, you will get a bit more immersed in the story that's going on. Because... Ananis.
Cut out that bullshit attempt thing. You do
play us out with Wolf's
theme. Ananis might be a world boss. I'm just gonna put that out now.
And Wook thinks you're saying bananas.
But I'm gonna play us out by playing this remix of What Is Love.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Theme of Wilk and Want.
No, interpersonal theme of Wilk and Want.
Good night, everybody, and remember, Seymour says wash your hands.